The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, host, and pal, and welcome to another game session of Heroes of Greyhawk, where we get to play Dungeons and Dragons in the wonderful world of Greyhawk. And I tonight am with my good buddies here. I'm going to show you their beautiful faces. All of their faces are so beautiful. We have bangs, we have berets, we have bandanas, and we have red beards. We're looking hot tonight, and it's a thirst trap. They're right. This is the Heroes of Greyhawk thirst trap. Welcome. Hey guys, how's it going?
So thirsty.
Hey, welcome
Hello.
back, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. I missed you all desperately. It's great to see you.
We missed you too.
The same.
Oh,
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
that sweet? Right
Not
on cue.
prompted.
Thank you, Ashley. Yep. This is where I get my
Give me your love.
boost. Yeah.
Off the rails.
Hey everybody,
already.
thanks for being here. We appreciate you guys. Wiley Hobbit, Cardman, Kiata, Good Gaming, Alex is here. Scottish Jeff is here. Cardman's here. We're ready to play some D&D, and we're glad that you showed up to hang out with us. So thank you for that. Before we get started, we're going to go around the virtual tabletop and introduce some introductions, starting with Shelly and her bangs.
Hey yo. Thanks. I'm Shelly. You can find me on. Where can you find me? Threads and Blue Sky at Hey, it's Flea Monkey, and right here, and also I'm Flea Monkey on the Discord. Tonight, I am playing Nori Philomena Bibblespark, a 5th level Hexblade Warlock. Hide your whatever. Hide your kids.
All of it.
I'm here. That's
Oh,
all.
good
That's
Lord.
everything.
While you were talking, I was frantically rearranging everybody's pictures on screen because you guys were all in the wrong spot. I knew that I was forgetting. Dude, it's been 2 weeks. How am I
Yeah.
supposed to remember how to stream after 2 weeks of being on vacation? Thank you, Shelly, for being here. I really appreciate you and your bangs. I just can't get over them. And the color.
Especially your bangs.
Yeah,
Especially my bangs.
looking good.
What if I did this though?
I think you're going to be touching your hair all night long. Just
Nope.
watch.
Welcome
It's-
to the club.
That's the last
there we
time
go.
right there.
Thanks for being here. Let's jump over to Ashley. Hey, Ashley, welcome back.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. You may know me as Minnesota Muse. You can find me as Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky, or Minnesota Muse 99 on the Threads. And I'm playing for you tonight. God, who am I playing? Xanthi, the golden-skinned celestial changeling, who is super sweet, but she's also really ugly. And she's very happy to have leveled up to level 5
When did that happen?
last game.
Whoa, cool.
I saw your recap and you're like, and Xanthi bought gloves. Oh man,
Yeah, I
that's
thought
all I
you'd like
did
that.
last game.
I did
Yeah.
that for you.
Gloves.
Yep. Hey, speaking of gloves, let's jump over to Andy G3D.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch. I have a Twitter link in there, but I'm
You're
not,
not
on
even
there a
on
whole lot.
Twitter. Yeah, we got to fix that.
That's all right. But you can
There's-
find me hanging out over on our Discord,
Oh, hell
posting
yeah.
memes, trying to be funny, that
It
kind
works.
of stuff. Tonight, I will be playing Desmond Adelar, formerly cursed rogue, 4th level rogue, 1st level wizard. So just
Damn.
multi-classed. And got some more spells. And it's a lot of fun.
You walk away for 2 weeks and suddenly people are multi-classing and
Yeah.
buying gloves. It's amazing. Well, welcome back, Andy. Great to see you. And I can't wait to see what happens here as we get back into Nulb. But before that happens, let's jump over to the newest member of the Heroes of Greyhawk, our good friend Vamp Wickman. Everybody say hi to Vamp.
Hey everybody, this is the Chad or Van Wickman here on Twitch and all around the web. I'm playing Alrin the Raven, a College of Swords bard that just found these new friends on the path that did not attack me and helped me beat up some scumbags. I'm excited to keep beating up some more scumbags.
We'll see what we can do about that. I think that could probably be arranged. Justinius, number 1, welcome. Hey, you guys are awesome, and I'm so excited to play games with you again. It has been a little bit too long, so yeah, I missed you guys. My name is Dave. You guys know me. You can find me here on Guild Superior over in our Discord channel. I think one thing I'll mention about what's been going on over the last couple of weeks, we've developed a fun West Marches game of Shadow Dark RPG over in our Discord. So if that's something that you're interested in trying out, a bunch of people who are in the chat right now and some folks on the screen have gotten involved with that game, and it's pretty damn fun. We've had our first session. We've got another one coming up this Friday. And yeah, it's a Discord-based, non-stream, just kind of chill game, and it's been really, really fun. And I'm excited to jump back into that as well. So if you want to get involved, come on over to our Discord and get to know us and hang out. We'd love to have you. It's a fun place over there.
Now with bangs.
Yep, now with bangs. That's right. Maybe I'll get some bangs for next week.
Let's
Yeah, I
bang
want
it up
bangs now.
next week.
Everybody wigs with bangs.
Everybody's wearing
Yes.
bangs next week. We've got a couple of other announcements before we get started. Of course, my friends, we have our ongoing and generous sponsors at CZRPG Publishing. They have been with us since the beginning, and they give us digital content to give away at the end of the stream. So if you're interested in this beautiful piece of content, Old Town, then you're going to want to type !drawing in the chat. Andy will show you how it's done. Scottish Jeff, it's really easy. And you could be the winner this week. Old Town is a 5e supplement. You can drop it into an existing campaign. You can start a campaign there. Although it is designed for higher level play, it has 19 pages of beautiful, gorgeously laid out, amazing artwork. Wow, it's a lot of superlatives. There's a bunch of lore for this location. There are 3 detailed encounters, new stat blocks, custom artwork, battle maps galore. You know how they do it over at CZRPG. They love their battle maps. And yeah, this one's pretty sweet. There's a really cool town map that I think you guys will definitely like. And so, yeah, trying to get in on the action. The drawing is live. We will draw one lucky winner at the end of the session tonight. You do have to be here to win. So stick around or come back and you might be the lucky winner. Although we know who's here and how that plays out. I'm looking at you, Cardman. Nevertheless,
Some are luckier than others.
some just have those horseshoes.
They just entered too.
Yep, they did. Great to see you all here. I'm trying to think if there's any other announcements. Shelley, do we have any other announcements?
Nope.
Okie doke. You
I
heard
can
it
say
here
that
first,
100%.
folks. Yep. Next topic, my friends, as we jump into what I like to call a recap. What do you guys like to call it?
The go run to the kitchen real quick time.
Go refill your drink time. All right, here we go, my friends. Okay, concentrate. Here we go. In our last session, our heroes spent some time at the Thornhaven outpost. Shelley is messing with her bangs. Training and studying, and in the parlance of TTRPG progression, leveling up. Desmond spent time studying magic with the local mage and found that a few previously blank pages in Spugnoir's journal strangely now contained spell descriptions, components, and formulae of new spells. Nori spent time frolicking and meditating in the forest, seeing terrible visions of her companions being slain in horrendous ways, visions that drove her to leverage her connection with the matron to enhance her fighting skills in preparation of what might come. Xanthi, basking in the glow of success, having successfully defeated the Dark Druids, having helped Desmond lift his curse, surged with energy as her innate sorcery powers grew stronger than ever. And then she bought some gloves. With preparations made, gloves on the hands, the party set out for Nulb, passing first through the crossroads of Twilight Falls, where only weeks earlier they'd caused a bit of an incident. Rather than risk direct conflict with the Black Hand, Desmond took a stealthy, circuitous route into the logging camp at the edge of town, where he made contact with Carl, a gorgeous lumberjack who'd been a bit of an ally to the party when an earlier attempt was made on their lives. We know most people are here just for Carl. Carl confirmed that Gromlin had been replaced by an even more ruthless Black Hand lieutenant named Kaya. Desmond then recruited Carl to keep an eye on things and help pass information about the comings and goings around Twilight Falls. Pushing on, the party followed the high road west towards Nulb. And about a day out, the party happened upon a stylish-looking bounty hunter standing over his quarry, a wanted thug named Deadly Devon, ringleader of the Rusty Plunderers. The bounty hunter, revealing himself to be working for Burne's Badgers. And just as he did, the party began to introduce themselves, and guess what? The rest of the plunderers showed up for a fight. A massive ogre drew the party's attention while bandits sprang forth from the woods. New magics and abilities were used in defense, and although the plunderers had the drop on the party, well, let's just say they failed. With their victory secured, the party and their new bounty hunter companion, whose name is Alrin, continued on to Nulb, where they encountered a town much different than that which they'd left only weeks earlier. Once a lawless town of filth and villainy, Nulb was now replaced by an even filthier, grim military outpost, soldiers clad in dented armor, bearing the mark of Burne's Badgers, manned roadblocks, while the heraldry of Verbobonc hung from signposts and fences. The townfolk hurried about their business, careful to avoid notice by the troops or any act that might rouse suspicion from the occupying force, doing their best to be inconspicuous as injured soldiers and those on high alert milled through town. To the south, you can hear the clash of swords, metal on metal, as if perhaps there were some skirmishes still occurring to the south. But here in Nulb, at least for the moment, things seemed calm, though tense. My friend, as we return to the story, you find yourself standing at a roadblock. A handful of soldiers, badgers from the likes of it. You can see that they have the markings of Burne's Badger on their armor. Look at you as you approach. Well, what of it then? Where are you coming in from? Names? Business?
We've been on the road, coming down from, what was that last town called again?
Twilight Falls.
No, the one before it.
Oh.
Namburil.
Namburil.
Gnomish.
And,
You come through Twilight
I mean-
Falls then?
Well,
Oh.
kind of around the side of it.
And what news have you brought?
lots of news, actually.
Let's
We
hear
need
it
to
then.
We need to see Burne. We know Burne.
Likely story.
No, it's true. We met him back in Hamlet.
Back in Homelet. He hasn't been in Homelet for weeks.
Yeah,
Neither
neither
have
have we.
What business do you have with Burne then?
Well, he set us off on a super secret quest, and we're just getting back to him.
Mm-hmm. Super secret then, huh? Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you just tell me a little bit of what your quest was, and then I'll check with Burne and make sure that, he's willing to see you.
Maybe we could see your credentials first.
Got him right here, miss. Right on me armor. One of the badges. That's
don't
right.
know.
Seems legit.
Does it?
You
I
heard
mean,
you
does
heard the gnome.
I don't know you guys. I haven't seen any of these guys ever.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
We know who they are.
This body's not getting any lighter, and I got a bounty for this guy.
Bounty, what you got there? Who's
I got-
corpse?
Well, it was Deadly Devon. Now it's Dead Devon, and he's hanging on my shoulder, and I'm tired of carrying him. I got a bounty for him to get from.
Let's see him then.
Burne.
Unravel the brigand.
Beat up face. I've got business with Burne at least, and
All right.
my friends.
You should have led
I
with
believe
that
they do
then.
too.
If you want a job, these are your friends. Then you're gonna vouch for them.
Absolutely.
All right. What are your names at least? We're keeping track of the comings and goings. I'm sure you can understand that if you're friends of Burne and all.
Right. The name's Desmond.
And
All right.
Xanthi.
All right, Desmond,
Nori
Xanthi.
Philomena Bibblespark.
Whoa, slower.
Nori Philomena Bibble Spark.
Got it. And
Which is
you,
kind of a big deal.
you with the feather in your hat.
Allrin the Raven. I've been here quite a few times recently. I think you're new.
All right. I just got in, just doing me job. Give a guy a break. Let him pass. He's got Devin. All right then. You'll be looking for Burne down at the Boatman's Tavern. And you know, Allrin, that has been repurposed, we'll say, as a headquarters for the Badgers since they've been in town, and that's where most of your dealings have taken place.
All right, friends. You coming?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
All right, so you guys head into Nulb, and you pass the roadblocks. I'll put a map up here. And as you're passing into the space, you can see, even with more detail now, that there are buildings that are still smoldering. There are some small fires burning in some of the buildings, smoke choking out the air around these areas where presumably there was some level of battle that took place, perhaps. There are more soldiers milling about. There are encampments as you move farther past the smithy. You can see there are tents that are set up in some of the old fields around what's left of some of the buildings. Some of the buildings are relatively intact, and it does seem like there are people moving about the town, but quite a few of the buildings, at least along this main drag, have been burned out and destroyed. This is not something new for you, Allrin. You saw this before, and they're just kind of letting the fires burn a bit and smolder. But for the rest of you, this is quite a dramatic change in the landscape here, in terms of what was happening when you were here visiting last time. You guys make your way past a couple more of these little checkpoint areas, and you see other soldiers, badgers, some of them with the heraldry of Verbobonc on their armor, or on their cloaks or lapels, and some of them nod to you and sort of like, give you a little bit of a notice. Others just don't even happen to notice you're passing. There are some tents in some large areas where there's injured people laid about, and right across from the Boatman's Tavern there is this large complex. And that is where you have been given your duties, Allrin, and the names of the marks that you've been sent out to locate, and so that's where you will presumably go. You did also notice that here in number 4, which is the Boatman's Tavern, that's where they said Burne was. Where would you like to go first, or what would you like to do? Probably get rid of Devin. Yeah.
Before he starts to smell.
He's
He's
leaving
already
blood
starting to
all
smell
over
a little bit.
all over your outfit.
I know. I'm not happy about that.
Hey Sandy, do the thing where you clean stuff.
Oh, well, not while he's still carrying it.
We'll just freshen him up. Look at him.
I mean, it's gonna keep oozing.
Start with okay. It's your spell. I'm just thinking, fresh canvas.
Right, but why get all cleaned, pick up the corpse again?
All right.
So Allrin,
Just
as
trying to
you
help you out,
approach the gate, you can see now that, and this is different from when the rest of you were in Nulb, there is a large fence that has been erected around this large compound, this house, that you probably didn't really even notice before when you were in town, but you do notice that there are armaments, there are defensive fencing, and there's a guard post. And so as you approach Allrin, they take a look at you, you sort of do your thing, and you let them know who you are and what you've got, and they flag you into the compound itself, and you go right over to a tent, which you know is the spot to meet up, and you run into a lieutenant there. And this is a contact that you've had for a while, since you've gotten here, Vol. And he sees you coming and he says, "Oh, Allrin, you got another one." Good on you, mate.
Yes, indeed.
Which
he
one is
gave
this
me-
then?
This is Deadly Devin. He gave me a little trouble, I guess. I had to kill a bunch of his
Devin.
friends.
Devin.
More of his friends came, and
Oh,
my
the
friends
Rusty
here also
Plunderers.
helped out.
Is this the Rusty Plunderers then?
Yes,
That was their
yes.
name.
it was the Rusty Plunderers. Yes.
So you got all of them then?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got all. And if any of them escaped, they were the lowest of lives.
We got Pops, the ogre.
Yep.
Yeah,
Left
we
him on
couldn't
the
lift
road.
him.
And who are your friends here? How you doing? My name's Vol. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Xanthi.
Mhm.
Desmond. Hi.
We are
Hello.
old friends of Burne from
Nori.
like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I was just about to
Philomena
comment how young y'all looked.
You hear
Old
that,
friends, you
Des?
say?
Yeah, I did.
Very
Yeah.
capable in battle, though. Very helpful.
Feels good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You can lay the body over there,
Thank goodness.
and you can see there's a pile of off to the side. There's a pile, and then
Ooh.
there are other soldiers who are carrying them and burying them in the back after their identity is being confirmed and everything. And he looks over at you and says, "All right, well that's let's see, 10 gold then. And did you bring any evidence of the others, Pops or any of the others then?"
Oh, one of the ones I killed had one of these little stones in their pocket.
Well, let's see that then.
Is that worth any money? I'll hand him the little black
yes.
hand.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of these around. This is the black hand symbol. Yeah, it's worth some gold. Let's see here. He slides 10 gold towards you all around the table, and then he opens up a pouch and pulls out 5 more gold and sets it down. You do good work out there. If you can find any more of those stones, bring them
Alright.
here.
Could Des take a quick look at the pile of bodies? Does he recognize any of them?
Give me a quick perception check. Most of them are covered.
Okay.
Nori's pulling out a bone trinket from
And
Pops.
that's horrible. It's really
What's up,
low.
Greyhawk Mike? Great to
8.
see you. Hey, Enoch, good to see you. Animal 666, an 8. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell. What little bit you can see from underneath the blankets and shrouds that have been placed over them, and there's also soldiers that are carrying them away one by one. It looks as though there perhaps are other bounty hunters afoot. And Vol looks over at you, Alren, and says, "You know, it would be nice to get a couple of them alive next time. Everyone's bringing these bastards in dead. We'd like to question a few of them. Maybe gather some intel. You think you could try to do that for us next time? Might even be able to sweeten the deal for you if it's good intel."
He was alive until his friends attacked, and we had to just slaughter everything.
Well,
Speaking of his friends, here's something from Pops, and I'll dangle the bone trinket in front of him. What do we get for this?
keep it. Well then, I'll tell you what. If you can bring in one of them alive-ish, or at least we could speak with them, we'll give you 12 gold next time, Ulrin, for the trouble. Or gather some intel on your own and bring it to us. We're specifically trying to track down someone by the name of McKinty.
Ah,
Oh, we've heard of him.
we
You
know who
have?
that is.
What can you tell us about McKinty?
Well,
And how do you know him?
last time we were in Nulb, he was in charge.
In charge, yes, that's what we've been told. Any idea where he could be or where he spends his time, where he might be hiding?
I mean, he was always down by the docks. That's our information.
Well, he's certainly not at the docks anymore. Isn't that right, boys? Yeah, we cleaned out the docks pretty good.
Did you ask the fishmonger?
Old Carson?
Yeah, he knows where everybody is here.
He seems like a crazy old hoot to me.
Well, he has helped us with some good information. He would be a person to ask about this too.
Oh, believe me, we've asked. Yeah, we tried to encourage him as best we could to tell us a little bit of something, but yeah, didn't seem to know a whole lot about where McKinty might have been off to. Well,
maybe
keep your eyes and ears open nonetheless. Maybe we should have another talk with old Carson, huh, boys? Yeah, perhaps we should.
maybe we could. Maybe he likes us more.
Maybe a little persuasion would help.
That's
I mean,
your
people
line of
really
work.
seem to like me.
We're
so
more on the
maybe
line of
you could
killing.
ask.
Yeah, do what you
but,
can.
But you know, when can we speak with Burne?
Oh, Burne, you want to speak with Burne?
Mhm.
I could send a runner to go see if he's available. What's the business?
You can tell him that his friends who vanquished Lareth the Beautiful are here.
Well, well, well. Haven't heard that name for quite some time.
That's right, you haven't.
Wow, you
Yeah,
are a
he's dead
cocky
now.
one, aren't you? Well, we'll go have a talk with Burne and see if he's available. Why don't you come back here later this afternoon and check back in?
Okay. All right, I guess we could go to the tavern or something.
They got good food over there.
I mean, is the ostler still the same?
Oh, I think that's the other place. That's the hostel.
Oh.
Well, you're not
Oh.
going to be staying at the hostel, I'll tell you that much. Or at the, at the tavern, the Boatman's.
Did something happen to Dick?
No, Dick is still there.
Okay.
That's
Well,
a relief.
the Boatman's Tavern's been repurposed, but there might be some rooms at the hostel. It's been, well, how shall we say, overrun a bit by some new patrons. Isn't that right, boys?
Oh, you mean the army?
That's right.
All right.
Well, rumor is they're almost out of ale. The wine's running low, but well, we're hoping for a resupply from Verbobonc pretty soon.
All right. Should we go look around?
Yeah? I mean, you know, like, this town used to be quite a swinging party place. But now it seems...
I
don't know.
definitely thought I was going to get to use this necklace here, and I don't think that's going to happen now. And I'm touching the periapt.
Of health.
Of health, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a letdown, really. Well, we'll see. There's plenty of army men here.
I mean, yeah, I guess probably a lot of bored people, too.
I am kind of hungry, though.
Are you not aware that there's a battle raging to the south of here? Board is not really what it's all about. This is an outpost now of
There's
the
a what?
Vanguard. There's
A battle?
Did you not hear about what happened at the temples to the south? There's a battle to the south. The Vanguard has occupied the town. There's been some changes here, perhaps since the last time you passed through.
All right, we're coming from the north.
Well, you'll figure it out. Orient them to what's happening, please. And if you want to speak with Burne, I'll see what I can do. Come back later in the day.
All right.
Hope they don't run out of ale here. That won't bode well for anybody.
No, I mean,
No.
we've got some coffee still. But, I mean,
Oh.
what if we set up a coffee pop-up spot?
That sounds like the best idea I've heard in a long time. I
we
mean,
could
it
Coffee
would be the
stick.
same.
make some money.
I mean, if they want alcohol, though, this might not suffice, but I mean, it's something.
Well, there's nothing like a bit
it's
of war
delicious.
profiteering. Isn't that right, boys? Yeah, well, the ale supply should have been here a week ago to resupply us, so, well, it could be any day. But yeah, you're right, Alrin. It wouldn't bode well. I don't know if coffee will do the trick, but certainly could keep the gods perky.
Everybody likes Perky.
Yes, they do. Isn't that right, boys? Yeah, that's right, Perky. We love Perky.
The
Nori, roll a perception check.
Okay. 20. 30.
Yeah, you get the sense that some of these guys are kind of thirsty, and not just for the ales.
Oh. Are they all humans, though?
3 of them are
No
humans
offense.
in this building, and there are a couple of dwarves as well.
Oh, you don't say.
You should have led with that.
Yeah.
Girl has a type.
Okay.
But they all have
You
their
see-
shirts on at the moment.
That's fair. You
It's
kind of
not
see
a
Nori
holiday.
if she know. Yeah. It's a holiday every day. She's kind of looking down and really trying to focus on not looking at the dwarves right now. Just not making eye contact. We have things we need to do right now.
all right, business before pleasure.
Right.
I'm really impressed with you, Nori. Just out of
We'll
character.
see how long
That's-
this works.
Yeah, I mean, that's very professional.
We've only been here for an hour, though.
Yeah, well, last time we were in
Roll
Nulb
con
was
save.
weird too.
That's a good point. That's a very
Has
good
not
point.
been a full day.
Point taken. All right, so you get the sense at this point, Alrin specifically, that these guys are not really interested in small talk with you. You've come in, you've done business, and they are perhaps interested in other things, but they do have work to do. And you get the sense that they're looking for you to skedaddle.
All right, we'll skedaddle.
So we
Go
go
find
to the
food and drink.
Yeah, should we go check out this tavern?
As you guys leave, Alrin, what the Vol comes up and just kind of grabs you on the arm. Not like grabs you, but like kind of gets your attention and sort of holds you back from it. And he says, "Look, Alrin, if you can help us out with this McKinty thing, could be quite profitable. But we need him alive. We need to ask him a few questions. It seems as though there's some, well, more at stake here than just gnolls and goblins and ogres trying to raise something from the temple. Burne's a bit, how shall I say, preoccupied with trying to figure this thing out. Anything you could help us with, find McKinty. We'll make it worth your while."
All right. I think maybe after getting a rest today, after bringing this guy in and getting beat up a little bit, probably tomorrow, look into it. Might have my friends help out now.
Do what you can. Let me know if you need anything. We'll see what I can do about getting an audience with Burne, but like I said, he should be celebrating that we did so well to the south. There's still some fighting going on, but we put those bastards down and put them in their place, and he seems still concerned. Well, nonetheless, go get yourself something to drink and some rest and see what you can do about this McKinty situation.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll look into it.
All right, you guys walk back out into the air, and you can smell smoke from the burning buildings and maybe a little bit of the smoke of burning bodies. Other than that, the day is crisp. There's a cool breeze coming off of the river.
Xanthi is gonna prestidigitate cinnamon, like around because the smell of burning corpses is a little gross.
It's not an aphrodisiac. No, not at all.
And I'm going to press the digitation my armor to be clean.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I know how to do that too.
It's a
I
handy
wish I
trick.
knew how to do that.
It's true. You can do a lot of fun stuff.
Like this, and she prestidigitates the cinnamon like as a big cloud right in your face.
Sandy, I certainly hope he's not allergic to cinnamon. You should have asked him first. Are you okay? Are you? Do you like cinnamon?
No.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
you know how to take care of that. It sounds like so.
I use Mage Hand to get the cinnamon out of my face.
What do you like? What kind of smells do you like?
Clove is good.
Clove. Okay.
I mean, I could do clove.
She
Clove.
changes the scent of the air.
Thanks.
Is that better?
Much better. I
It's a
mean,
lot.
it's a lot. I mean, it's better than having a body draped over your shoulders for a few hours, so I appreciate that.
That
mean,
there
he
is high
kind of-
praise.
Kind of smelled like poo. I'm gonna say.
Mm.
Yeah, I get that.
Devin smelled like poo before he was killed.
Before
True.
he was killed.
All right, so you guys are heading where? Where are we headed? Are we heading to the
Tavern.
waterside hostel?
No, the tavern.
You're
I
not
mean,
going
I-
to get in the tavern.
Oh,
Oh.
it's closed.
It is currently occupied, as you just learned from the Lieutenant Vol. It is
can't even-
occupied by Burne. Yeah, you won't get in. You can try, but you won't get in there. You were told that, but you could try.
All right.
Certainly try.
I mean, I don't want to force myself where I'm not wanted, but I mean, if there was a guest list, we could probably get on it.
I think so. Let's try. Let's see. You think? What's the worst that could happen? I mean, they're just say
They'll
no.
tell us no.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, Nori is this amazing musician, and you know, like
I've played here before too.
some of us are very charming, and should have let us stay.
And we smell like clove, which is really nice.
Try to smell good.
Let's see what we can do. You ready? Let's do
All right,
this.
all right. Here we go.
All right, you guys march over to the Boatman's Tavern and find that there are 2 guards in front. There are guards milling about the yard, and as you approach, they just they draw their swords.
Oh,
Oh,
What business do you have? Burne's not taking any visitors.
Well, no, we're not here to see Burne right now. We just, you know, we wanted to get a drink.
Be
at
on
the
your way
tavern.
then, lass.
Is the tavern not serving anymore?
If you're looking for a drink, go to the waterside hostel. Talk to Dick.
Oh, Dick's over at the waterside. Okay. That's probably where the party is.
Perhaps.
So how do we get to see Burne if we want to see Burne?
You don't unless Burne wants to see you.
Well,
Right now,
He
Burne's
will
not
want
taking
to
any
see us.
visitors.
All right. Take a mental picture of this and then tell Burne that I was here.
She just blinks
Right.
her bright yellow eyes at him.
just tell them the fighters who sacked the moat house would like to speak with him.
You
When he has a
sacked the
minute.
moat house. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we vanquished Larenth the Beautiful.
That beautiful bastard, right?
Mhm. That's right.
I didn't think he was that good looking.
I mean, you know, he's not my type, but some people thought he was attractive.
Spiders, maybe.
Spiders
And if-
definitely thought he was attractive. So gross.
And if you don't describe her very well to him, there's gonna be a problem.
What about that other guy? Oh,
As I try to persuade him.
You mean Burne's
Roll a
BFF?
persuasion check.
What was his name?
That would be a 25.
the second. in
All right,
charge
all
guy.
right. Don't get your armor all in a bundle. We'll tell him you called. What's your name?
I'm Xanthi.
And I'm Desmond.
And you vanquished Lareth the
Larenth
Beautiful.
the Beautiful.
All
the
right, all
beautiful
right. We'll
bastard.
tell him.
And we've done some other stuff since, and he will be really impressed. I mean, it wasn't a dragon or anything like, you know,
Was
Burne, but it was pretty good.
his name Rufus?
that sounds right. Is Rufus here?
Who's
Yeah, he was like a-
asking?
Well, Xanthi and
Just
Desmond are.
kidding. Just kidding. You just told us your name. Look, we'll tell Burne that you stopped by.
All right.
All
We'll be
right.
over. We'll be over at the hostel.
Lucky you.
We'll see if they have rooms. Probably don't.
Might be tight.
Do they have any beer left?
Let's hope so.
Good talk. Bye.
Oh, didn't see you there, Gnome. Good day.
Oh, rude.
Very. Let's get out of here.
All right.
You would
Off
think
to,
that
off to the
Burne would-
hostel. Sorry.
Why? You guys are friends, right? You guys and Burne.
Well, I mean, we were on really good terms, but we haven't seen him for a couple weeks.
I think he remembered us. Probably. He'd probably remember
He
us, right?
would, yeah. If I mean, how could
Dude.
he forget us?
What if these guys don't tell Burne? What if they get busy? They seem
That's
kind
why I
of
thought
like
it'd be
jerks.
a good idea to tell more than one.
Why don't we just sneak in?
We can rest for a bit after being on the road. We can come back to him. I mean, I know he's busy.
Yeah, I think maybe we should try to play it by their rules, and then we can
For
sneak
today.
in. If they're gonna blow us off.
What about your bird? Could could your bird look in the windows? Maybe, that's birds fly around.
I don't
You
think
could
he'd
just-
recognize the bird.
No, but the bird would recognize you. Des would be looking through, like he does.
I don't know where he's got off to right now.
Maybe he's injured somewhere.
Wait. All right, I think he's coming back.
Is he hungry?
You
Have
see
you fed him ever?
this bird soaring above you, Desmond, as you look up. You see Lucky.
Ah, there he is.
Just look in some
I mean,
windows, see if he's even in here. I don't know. These guys are jerks. I don't know. They're not. Let's just know. Just see if he's in one of these rooms with
You
the
want me to
window.
look in one of the rooms with my owl? All right.
Doesn't sound that weird of a quest.
As they're walking away, Des will hold on to Nori's shoulder and look through Lucky's eyes and
Okay.
have him land on the windowsill of the tavern. Maybe one of the top. Is it more than one floor, or is it just one floor?
Yeah, there's 2 floors on this. A small upper story, but it's mainly a single story building, possibly with some sort of lodging on the second story. But you guys remember this spot? All of you would know this, except maybe Alrin. I don't know if you've ever been here before when it hasn't been occupied, but this was there was a tavern here, and then there was a general store. This is where they sold all kinds of tools and supplies and that sort of thing. And it was run by kind of a shady character. So do you have Lucky land on the upper level or on the main floor? Where would you have him?
On the upper level.
Okay. Give me a perception check for Lucky.
Wait.
Yeah, the guy that ran this was named Skull. I don't remember who went in there, but I know that Lachlan was there. Lachlan had a
Natural 20.
conversation with him. Natural 20. Okay, so
For a
you
total of 23.
Lucky perches up on the sill of the window and looks through. And as you look through his eyes, at first you don't see anything. It's just a room. It looks to be a bedroom of sorts. There's a wooden table with some papers on it. The window itself is closed, but you can peer through sort of this hand-blown glass. It's sort of distorted and sort of weird to look through at that close of an angle, especially for an owl. But as you peer through the glass, you can see that there are figures walking in the room, 2 of them at least. One of them sits down at a chair and seems to be poring over documents that are on the table. The other one is kind of pacing back and forth, and it appears as though perhaps it could be Burne.
But he can't quite tell for sure.
The glass it's hard to look through. You know, like hand-blown glass, when you look through it, it's kind of like distorted and wavy. A little difficult to make him out for sure, but it could be.
Yeah, it looks like there's a guy in the second floor that might be Burne.
Well, we could
But I mean,
always
we
have
kind of knew that already, right?
right, and we could always have Lucky bring him a message, if you know. If
Well,
maybe
it's
people
not an
don't let us
emergency
in.
right now. Let's just
No,
go.
we need a drink.
Yeah, let's just. We've been on the road for a while. Let's just take it easy, and
Okay.
maybe we'll
well,
talk to him later.
That sounds fine. I was just looking for a distraction. There are some hot dwarves here.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be here for a couple days.
Let's go get a drink.
Okay.
It's good to know your bird is fine.
Mhm.
Alive.
Have you tried feeding him yet? I mean,
No.
he is your pet, right?
There's a lot of bodies in the city. He's probably getting a snack here or there. It's my bad.
He eats dead
Oh,
bodies.
Maybe that's what he was doing.
I mean, meat's meat, right? For a bird.
thought-
I don't think he eats humanoid.
So, I mean, if you're not feeding your pets at all and there's dead people all around you,
They will eat
maybe
you.
that's what he's been eating.
Meat's
think?
meat.
That's right. Nori, as you guys are walking towards the water side, you hear this little squeak, almost like a yelp. Let me go! Let me go! Come on! I didn't do nothing! I didn't do nothing!
We'll I'll start walking towards it. Did you guys hear that?
Is somebody fighting?
Somebody needs some help. I'll start walking towards where
Yeah, you turn towards where you hear the commotion. You look over and there's this little goblin that's being drug over this guy's shoulder, kicking. Let Toblob go! Come on, let me go! I'm Toblob! Let me go!
Wait,
I didn't
wait,
do nothing!
wait.
I didn't do nothing! Let me go! Put me down! I'm
Hey, he's with us.
Hey, hold up.
They don't hear you. They're just walking. Shut up, you goblin! Quiet down!
Let's go after him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Let's go. Run.
they will chase.
running.
They're very close. So you catch up to these guards. There's 3 of them walking. They're clad in some chain shirts. They have swords, some what appears to be heavy crossbows, and they indeed have this little goblin fellow over one of their shoulders, and he's in manacles, cute little goblin manacles. I mean, come on.
They're
Come
so
on,
tiny.
let Toblob go. I'm Toblob. Let me go.
Hey! You fellows! You should let that goblin go.
Mind your own business, miss. They
I
just keep
With
walking.
us. Stop.
What did he do? What did he do?
None of your business.
We can
That was-
vouch for him, though. We know who that is.
And who the fuck are you?
My name's Desmond.
Oh, Desmond's gonna vouch for the goblin. Do you hear that, boys? Desmond, he's vouching for the goblin. Oh, well, then
That's
maybe
right.
we should let him go. Maybe we should let all the goblins go then. Isn't that right, Desmond, you say?
I'm not saying all the goblins. I'm saying this goblin.
Well, we'll let him go once we have a chance to question him a bit. Isn't that right? What'd you say your name was, Blob? Toblob! Hi!
Hey,
Blob,
Told
what
Blob.
do they
Grabs his
think you did?
manacle.
What do they think you did? Do. What did
Quiet
they think
down.
you did?
What language is that? Common? It's a strange combination of goblin and common. We caught this one skulking around
mean-
the edge of town.
he is a little partial to hiding in bushes, but
I'd
that doesn't
say-
make him a bad guy, you know?
Well, we'll
He's
get to the
just
bottom of that.
shy.
Desmond the voucher.
What
Be
can
off with
we
you
do?
now.
No, all right. What can we do so that you release Toblob?
That's right, I'm Toblob. You put toe and blob together, that's me. Come on, let me go.
Cute.
We've got to
His
question
tiny
them.
little hands.
We're taking them to the brig.
What can we give you to give us Toblob? He didn't do anything.
You don't know that, do ya?
We know Toblob. We know he wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, they're my friends.
Yeah, we rescued him once before.
we met in the Goblin Queen's high. Goblin Queen, see what I'm saying? This
But he
one's got
was
more to
though.
tell us.
He was a prisoner
there.
of the Goblin Queen.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
What were you doing at the Goblin Queen's then? Maybe we should take them in
retrieving
too,
an
huh,
item.
boys?
The goblin
Fighting.
stole an item from us, and we were retrieving it.
There
He
you
helped
go.
us.
Goblins are dirty thieves.
No, not this one.
Not all of them.
Well, this one is rather cute, but he's still a dirty thief. I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
he's-
Toblob.
He's
Yes, I
dirty,
didn't-
but I don't know that he's a thief.
I am dirty. Well, if it turns out he's, not a sympathizer with the resistance, then maybe we'll let him go. But we'll have some questions for him.
I
Now, out of our
I don't-
way.
feel good about letting you just take him. Like, I demand that you bring me with if you're going to take him away.
They just walk away from you.
Xanthi, just okay. We'll come back for him. All right, we'll come back for him tomorrow.
Bye.
Toblob,
He's just
We
kind of
can't-
looking
we
at
can't
you,
mix it up with the
waving
guards.
as they walk away with him over their shoulder. Come on, you! Quit squirreling around.
I really don't want to kill them.
Don't. We're not gonna fight the guards over Toblob.
Nori's gonna make minor illusion. I'm gonna create a sound out in the forest that sounds like snapping, like little feet snapping twigs off to the side.
Oh, there's some more goblins in the bushes.
I just saw
Say
one
really
over
loud,
there.
Mike.
I'll say that too. Xanthi,
They
did you
don't-
see that? I
they
think
don't
there was
seem to
maybe
hear
4
you.
of them over there.
Ah,
They're gone at this point. And they were walking towards that same area where you had dropped off the bounty. There must be some sort of a brig or holding cells inside that complex somewhere.
I mean, I just want to check. Like, let's just make sure he gets, logged in properly and not murdered.
I'm concerned about what they might do to him to get the truth out of him.
I can put in a good word if we go over there. So
Yeah,
that he's
I mean,
treated well.
If we
He's our friend. That would be
if
nice.
we talk to Burne, we could probably, maybe get him out that way.
Well, now
but
they're
we're
sort of.
supposed to wait.
I mean,
there's
you
kind
heard
of
him
a
though. We're
clock
not
on
gonna.
talking to Burne. We might know where he is.
I mean, we could go back and sneak in to the inn really quick.
The inn? You mean the tavern?
Oh, I could just be Burne. Would that
Oh,
work?
No, we just got
I mean,
here.
that would be
Let's
really
just-
fun, but
Alren, give me an intelligence check.
dangerous as
With
anything.
with
Let's
advantage.
just no. We don't need to infiltrate right now. Let's just
What
get
if
some
they beat
food,
up Toblob?
15.
ale.
You get the sense that this group that you're with right now might get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. We can go to where he's being taken. I can put in a good word. Even if we take the time to get to Burne, your friend might be in a lot of trouble by then. It might take too long. It's best to go where your goblin friend is going.
Right, let's just
I
follow him.
think.
All right.
I think you're right.
And Xanthi will lean down and hook arms with Nori and muscle down the road after.
Yep.
Oh, there's no stopping them now.
I'll hook my arm up a little bit.
You guys march your way down, all determined, down to
This close to getting
the
an ale.
compound. And who's leading the way back to Lieutenant Vol's tent? That's pretty much the only place that you can think of to go. Right as you near the gate that goes into the compound where you had dropped off the bounty, you can see nowhere Toblob or those guards. So they must have gone somewhere inside the building. But you know that Vol and his men are in that tent, and they're continuing to drag bodies to either bury or burn out in the field
they-
behind this house.
They took Toblob back where we sold
You don't
the
know where
body?
Toblob is now at this point, but they walked into that compound, and
Oh,
then
okay.
you lost visual.
Where we just were. Where
Yep.
we just were. Okay.
Yep, where you talked to Lieutenant Vol.
I'll head in first.
Okay. Did you forget something, Alrin? What can I help you with? Vol turns to you as he's kind of wiping his hands off.
I feel like I've been in town for 5 minutes trying to get a drink, and unfortunately, one of my friends' friends has been snatched up by the law here, and I was hoping that you could be lenient with him.
The goblin fella.
Yes, apparently
Yeah.
he's a friend of theirs, and they rescued him a bit ago.
What can
His
you tell
name's
me about
Toblob.
him? What can you tell me about this one? This, would you say it was Toblob? Thank you, Doc Shoulder. Appreciate the advantages for the crew.
Oh yeah.
What can you tell me
Apparently-
about this one?
He was a prisoner in a goblin cave, so he's a goblin prisoner with goblins. I don't think if they don't like him, he must be a good guy. And he's
He helped us,
shy.
too.
I get the idea that he's shy and a little awkward around people.
Who isn't?
Not you, apparently.
Some of us are not awkward around people.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
all right.
helped,
So he's a friend of yours.
he helped us
Yes.
recover some stolen property that the goblins stole. The
Okay.
queen, you know that one?
Bogno.
Anyways,
Queen Bogno.
yeah.
Oh, well, we
And
don't actually know her name.
when we first met him, he was a prisoner of theirs. And
Hmm.
we set him free because we killed a bunch of goblins.
And he helped us, which is why we also, another reason, we set him free.
Right.
But look,
I mean-
if he's done nothing wrong, then he'll be released. You can have my word on that. We do need to question him. The boys said they caught him skulking around the edge of town.
But
We're
that's
in the
just
middle.
how he is.
He just always just hangs out in bushes. That's
I
kind of
understand.
like his thing.
He
I'm
likes
sure
to
you
watch.
can
There's
understand
nothing
that
wrong with that.
there's an active conflict going on here. I'm sure you can understand that we do need to question people who are skulking around the edges of town. So, believe me, if he hasn't done anything wrong, then you have my word. We won't, tear off too many limbs.
Just don't
See,
tear
that's-
off anything.
Yeah.
I'm
we're
just
kind of-
messing with you. We won't tear off any limbs unless he's done something wrong, in which case we'll start with his fingers.
Oh,
I'm still messing with you. Relax a little bit. Go get a drink. He'll be fine as long as he's, on the up and up. And if he's not, then the fingers.
Right.
all right.
So are you
Um,
kidding that time?
That time I was being serious, but the previous times it was a joke. Sorry, it's wartime humor.
I think maybe we should leave our bird here.
Oh, we don't really do pets. This isn't like a boarding kind of situation.
No. You won't have to do anything. He'll be watching you. We just
His
want to
owner
make
doesn't even do
sure-
anything.
He doesn't.
Really, the
need
bird's
much.
in charge.
He comes and goes
This
as he
sounds
pleases. I don't,
Very strange to me. Alrin,
just
What-
don't point him out. It's
what-
fine. We'll
what-
be back.
who-
We'll come
what-
back and ask
Yeah.
about him.
Okay.
It's just a bird.
We're watching you.
We'll be at the waterside hostel. If anything comes up about him, or when he's released, or if you have any questions, please send someone. I would appreciate it, sir.
If you do something, we'll know.
Okie doke.
Thanks. This has been really great. Okay, let's go.
That went about how I thought it would go.
Back to the hostel.
I can't. What is Toblob doing here? What is Toblob doing anywhere we see him?
Well, he's just merrily hiding out in bushes, which is his jam. But
Jam?
I guess they're really like shaking down everything, like the town and the forest, and
I mean, I guess it
it's
makes
somewhat
sense.
good.
I wonder how the leech guy's doing. Is he
Hmm.
still leeching?
I bet
I
he's
mean-
leeching.
I bet he is because that's weird.
I mean, you saw. You remember what that guy looked like, right?
I
Like,
bet
what else would he
they
do?
want nothing to do with that.
I
guy.
know, right? Still out there.
HUD.
Do you remember when Lachlan got the leeches in his boot?
Mhm.
Which time?
Well, I guess all the time. It's the first time though, for sure.
Leech magnet.
That was a revelation for sure.
Mhm.
Well, you know, when you don't wear socks in your shoes, it's a problem with
It's-
leeches.
Yeah, it is like a magnet. Your feet are like a magnet. Sock-free feet
Mhm.
equals leech magnet.
Right. Just a lot of squishy room.
Although they weren't really on us as much.
No, they weren't.
Maybe they had a taste for dwarves. I don't get that at all.
Insight check.
All right, hot food and ale. Oh, here we come.
Yes, please.
Let's go.
I don't know
All
what
right,
you
so
Nori's
you
got the
guys-
10,000-foot stare.
And
You guys
then-
make your way to the waterside hostel, where there appear to be a handful of soldiers sitting on the front steps. They appear to be off duty, perhaps already having had a few glasses of wine or ale. And as you walk in, it is quite somber inside. There's no like excitement or singing or dancing. You just see a lot of steel, a lot of armor, and you hear sort of grumbling. There are people that are sitting about drinking, but there's no music or anything like that. Last time you were here was a little bit more festive and wild. At this point, it's a little bit less of that and a little bit more of business. Like, you do see a couple of familiar faces as you walk in. You see Dick Wrench, the hostler, who is busying himself about the room, doing the best that he can to keep his new patrons happy. And you see Pearl, the waitress, making her way about the space, taking orders and serving drinks. There's another waitress and some other help on staff that are doing their best as well. It seems busy. And as you walk by, you hear as two soldiers walk out, they say, "Well, they're almost out of ale. This is really bad. This isn't going to work. We're going to need more ale."
Gotta hurry.
Can we interest you in some coffee? Would that be something you'd be interested in? I guess they're probably walking by.
Is it boozy? Is it like boozy coffee?
No, we're just
No.
doing market research.
You know, in Keelan, they put a little spirits in their coffee. A little Kiwish coffee is quite tasty in the morning. Kind of puts a bit of lead in your pencil. You got any of that? Something
No
to
lead
put
in my
lead in my
pencil, no.
pencil.
I don't have a pencil either.
Well, I wouldn't hold that against you.
Oh, okay. So no coffee then? If there's no
Lead.
lead
Sure,
in
I'll,
your...
I'll have a coffee from a cute little gnomish gal like yourself.
Okay, this is...
Is it piping
this is-
hot?
Yes. Sandy, this is how we get the word out. This is how we start our pop-up.
All right. You need to have your own cup, though.
Do you have your own cup?
Or is we got to bring our own cups? Well, shit.
Well,
I'll go find a cup.
All right. We'll be here.
we'll be right here.
As they walk away and you go the other way, you just hear one of the other guys say to the other one, "I feel like they need to work on their marketing a bit. Maybe having cups would be a good idea."
Sandy, this is like a dress rehearsal. Okay, let's not... It's not even a dress rehearsal. It's just market research. But I think there's
Right.
interest here. I mean, we could make something of this.
Well, you know, we'll probably get kicked out if we are selling beverages at someone else's restaurant.
Yeah,
So we
no.
need to, like, if you want to do this, we should really talk to Dick.
This will be a free one, though. We're just checking.
I don't think they would like us to give free beverages at
Okay.
their restaurant either.
Well, when the ale runs out, people are going to need to drink something, so that might help calm the people for a moment. And there's no music playing yet, is what I heard you say.
Oh, Nori! This is your chance!
Okay, well,
I break out my loot.
I don't know if this is a.
you,
Oh, I
we
see.
could do a duet. I mean, I'm sure you're much better than me because your loot looks very professional, but
Well, if we can get an ale, we should play some music.
You look
Okay.
about and you see a table that opens up, and you head over to the table. And one of the waitresses, servers, comes over, and it's Pearl, and she's wiping it off, and she says, "All right then, what'll it be?"
How are you doing, Pearl?
Well, you don't have to shout. I can hear you from
Oh.
where I'm at.
Okay.
No, I'm
I
just
just
kidding.
thought-
A little bit louder. Sorry.
Oh, I thought I remembered that you couldn't hear so well.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. I just like when people talk directly.
Okay. Sorry.
We're running a little low on ale. The prices have gone way up. We're just about out of mead, and the wine's just about gone as well. We
you
do
have
have some
anything-
stew with some meats in it. We're all out of butters, unfortunately. There's supposed to be a resupply coming for Burbo City, but it hasn't arrived yet, and well, people aren't too happy about it. Most of the supplies have been commandeered by the Badgers and the Jerkins and the Verbos and the rest of them.
What kind of meat's in the stew?
Meats.
Oh.
Don't
Alright, I'll
worry,
have
it's
one of
cooked
those.
real good. It's not goblin, if that's what you're thinking. Is it?
why would you say that? Why would you say goblin?
I'm sorry, a bit louder?
Oh, why would you say that? Why would you say goblin?
That was just a bit of a joke.
I mean, there's always an element of truth in a
Oh.
joke, right?
Maybe it is. Maybe it's goblin after all.
Oh,
Damn good goblin, though, if it is.
I don't like
I'm-
eating anything
What if-
that can say hello.
It's
What if
not
we
goblin,
just-
miss. It's mutton. I promise ya.
Mutton. And
What's that?
I'll have a stew. Thank you.
You'll have the stew
And an ale.
and a nail.
Right.
Wait,
All
how
right.
much are the ales? Because you said they're very
Well,
expensive.
all we've got is we've got the house bitters for 5 silver. We might have a bit of the red wine left. The Kiwish Golden we just kicked that one, but we do have the local table wine, and that's 5 silver as well. Sorry about the prices; they've gone up a bit. Supplies are low. It's war times, you know.
Yeah, I've been hearing. How long has that been happening?
Couple weeks now. There's
How
a
did it
big,
start?
a little bit of a hustle and bustle down south, down by that old temple that they got down there.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, some gnolls,
Yeah.
some orcs, some goblins, and some evil men all got together thinking they could, I don't know, start a club.
But why are they up here?
Well, they're not up here now. They're all pushed to the south. There's a battle still going, I think. I don't know. Supplies are low. Bunch of people got herded up and taken away. They killed old Skull
They
Oh.
killed him?
down at the boatman's. Well, he died fighting back. A couple of people got killed when the Burns Badgers showed up with reinforcements. Oh, I probably
Battles
shouldn't
aren't-
talk too loud. Things happened. It's a good thing the Burns Badgers are here, isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
I'll tell you what. We had more ale. We had more wine. When old McKinty and his boys were running things around here, I'll tell you that much. But I think they were wrapped up with all that cultist shit.
Yeah, there was a bit of that. We did notice when we came through. But you also seem to have like a really fun afterlife, going on here before all of
Like
this.
in the dead afterlife. I don't think it's too
No,
much fun once you're
like-
dead.
Like party circuit. It seemed like,
The nightlife was
Maybe.
incredible.
yeah.
Well, there's still a
We don't
bit
have
of
that anymore.
fun to be had if that's what you're looking for. She looks over at Desmond. I don't remember you. You're quite a looker.
Oh, he's
right.
it's this lotion he's been using. It really, has made him look younger.
What kind of lotion is it? I tell you what, there's been a rash going about, and perhaps a bit of that lotion could clear it up pretty good.
There's still a rash.
There's
still a rash.
It's not going away yet.
Some of us
I
still
heard it
have
was-
the rash.
I heard it was gone.
Excuse me. Just a
I
bit
heard
louder.
it was. I heard it was gone.
What was gone then?
The rash.
Well, you don't have to shout about it. Everybody turns as you say that, and they all look over at you.
Not me.
At that point, you hear someone start to play a little flute, and there's a little bit of music that plays in the background. All right, so you'll be going with the table wine, the local, and some stew?
That sounds wonderful.
And what about for you? She looks over at you, Alren. Two
I'll
bowls
take
of
the
stew.
same. I'll take the stew and the wine, please.
Very well, very well. I'll be right back with that. That'll be, 8 silver apiece. Be right back. She hustles
I'll-
off. Oh,
Here,
yeah,
I'll
sorry,
just-
miss.
Bag. Xanthi will pay
Oh,
for everybody.
very well. She runs off to go get your stuff. And you look about, you can hear a little bit of flute playing, some conversation. Again, it's a pretty subdued crowd here, especially compared to what you saw last time you were here. Soldiers are coming and going. Some of them frustrated, maybe looking to tie one on, but unable to really have more than 1 or 2 drinks. And you do get a sense that there's a little bit of a discontent because of the low supplies.
When
Who's-
Pearl comes back, I'm gonna just offer. So, we happen to have some really amazing coffee on us, and I was wondering, like if we could fill up, like several of your jugs with coffee, would you consider giving us a discount?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, bartering.
Do we have a name for the coffee yet? Like the type of coffee?
Dirty 20.
I think, I'll talk to old Dick, and I'll see what Dick thinks.
All right.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you. No, I don't know that we have a name for like the coffee, but it's,
I mean, we could. This is part of our whole plan. Like maybe we could be the Golden Shears variety. Just like what's on the inside of these.
I like it. I like it.
But Des, why are you making that face? It looks extra weird
What's-
now that you're younger.
What's this about this golden shears now I'm hearing? What's that? What is this, like
What do
some secret code between you
Do
two?
you not like it?
Well, we're
What's going
trying
on?
it out, but like we're thinking maybe, like we'll be called the Golden Shears because we like cut the gloves of injustice. I don't know.
The gloves of injustice.
Surgical strikes,
That's right.
Surgic.
Because we're against the Black Hands. We're the Golden Shears.
Mm.
Cut some fingers off.
Dark.
Yeah.
Very dark.
Okay.
No.
I mean, maybe you'll warm up to it. It's just sleep on it a little bit, see what you think.
We could have some like cool battle cries like snip snip. No? Alright.
Yes. No. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you son of a bitch, you took everything I had. Well, that's it then. I guess I gotta wait till payday. Yeah, well, good luck. You'll see when that happens. And you watch as this guy storms out, and you look over and you can see that there was a table of guys playing dice. And one of them is just pissed and walks out, slams whatever's left in his wine glass, and leaves the tavern.
I guess
Not his
somebody
lucky
got
day.
lucky.
Talk
we
about
see who won?
disruptive.
Like,
It's hard
like
to
there's one
tell. Give
person-
me a perception check. There's 3 other players who are sitting over there, and they're all kind of laughing to themselves as this other guy storms out.
9.
Hard to say. It really looks like they all won. Eventually, your food comes, and Pearl is like, "Well, I talked to Dick. I got my hands on him, and well, I asked him a little bit about, your proposition." I said, so I says to Dick, I says, "Dick, there's this young lady out front who's got some hot coffee. She wants to barter." And Dick says to me, "Well, I'd like to barter for some hot coffee." And he said, "If you give him a carafe of coffee, you fill this up right here, you'll get your stew and your drink for free. All of yous."
Great.
She takes this carafe, and it's more of like a barrel, and she like sets it down on the table. It's like this wooden barrel, like a small pony keg.
This might take a while, but I think it'll work.
It should.
Right?
This might take a while. Start pouring.
We'll get
All
to
right,
it
well,
then.
maybe put it on the ground and I'll pour and eat at the same time or something.
All right, so you guys, you fill up the carafe, which is a barrel. You have your meals. You get the meal for free. You watch as Pearl. Actually, Pearl doesn't take it. Some young men come out who seem to be working in the kitchen, and they grab this big barrel of coffee, and it's sloshing about, and they carry it back. And you can see then that they're like pouring cups of coffee for people in the bar.
It's also great ice.
Ask for it by name. It's Golden Shears.
Golden Shears blend. Very good. Well then, anything else I can get for you?
Do you have any rooms?
I'm afraid we're all booked up with these. All of these military men seem to think that they can kind of just stay wherever they want, and Dick isn't putting up much of a fight. He's a bit flaccid, you might say, when it comes to fighting against the badges.
That'll happen when there's a lot of stress and anxiety. Well, I mean, if we did want to find a place to stay, is there anything that you will know of? Like, where should we ask?
You could set up a tent in town if you've got tents. I'd say you could go over to the Boatman's Tavern if you don't have tents, but of course, Old Skull, well, he's deceased. And, there's nothing to buy over there anymore. He was killed.
They're probably all out of tents, too.
Well,
We've got
we
the
still...
one.
Sandy, I cleaned it. It's fine now.
Kind of musky.
We have a very sensitive sense of smell. It's very clean in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Mm-hmm.
We're just used to
It's-
sleeping out under the stars.
Well, we have a tent, but...
And you have some time to think about it because it's probably like mid-afternoon by the time you've eaten and filled up a barrel of coffee and had your conversations, listened to some music. So you got a bit of time still.
Can Des take a look around the tavern? Does he see any badgers that he recognizes by any chance?
Roll a perception check.
Pretty good. 24.
Ooh, very good. You can definitively say that you do not recognize anybody in here. So perhaps you just didn't see all the badgers when you were in Hamlet. Perhaps there's new. You do recall, however, that from what Rufus had told you weeks ago, that Burne had gone to Verbo City to try to gather some additional troops to bring back to deal with this very thing that you're now seeing the repercussions of with this occupation of Nulb. So it might be that they're just new people, but yeah, you don't recognize a single person.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
do you
go
think
ahead.
maybe we should try to get information from people about like why they're still here? Right? Because like they said the battle was down south and they, like they obviously cleaned out this town.
they're reduced to just finding goblins lurking in bushes at this point. It seems like they don't need to have this many people here, but I mean, I think the fighting's still pretty close. Because you said we could hear it when we came in, correct?
Yeah, you could hear like the distant
Yeah.
clash of steel kind of thing.
It's close-ish.
It's really close. I mean, should we like sneak down and look?
I don't know. That might be getting kind of close to the action, you know?
But when has that ever
Okay.
stopped us before? This is so strange that you're so much more cautious in
Well-
your youth.
Yeah, I know. You know, right? It's just typically when there's giant battles, I don't want to get involved.
I want to get in there and help.
You're gonna join up in the
No.
ranks.
No, I've done that already.
Yeah.
Have?
Yeah,
You were in the army?
I fought at Emerald Meadows with my brother.
But that was like, what, like 10 years ago? And like,
Yeah.
you're so young.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, I was very young when I fought.
How busy is it at the bar? Is it a lot of crowd? Is it a lot of noise, or is it easy to talk?
It's
quietly
fairly
amongst
easy to
us?
talk. Like, you don't have to shout to talk. It's not typical of what you might expect for like a tavern in the late afternoon on a frontier town like this at a crossroads of a trade route. But because of the occupation and the fact that most of the people who are patrons right now in this place are soldiers, it's a little bit more subdued. And they're, quite frankly, running out of booze.
Well, I'll lean into the table to the party to sort of talk quietly amongst them and say, you know, hey, back there, the lieutenant that paid us for this, he wants me, and and if you guys want to help out too, see if we can track down this McKinty fellow that obviously has been talked about a lot.
Have
Don't
you
know
ever
if
met
you're-
him?
The McKinty? No.
McKinty, he was the one who had that book, right? That
Do you want to know what he looks like?
Sure.
Maybe I shouldn't do it here. Just as a reminder, I did a study of him before we left, and I rolled really high to like study his visual, so I can. I'm not gonna do it here, but I can show you what he looks like later. I mean, I feel like that would be a bad idea in this atmosphere.
Right. Just create a bust of this guy in the middle of the table. Here we go.
I mean, I could just put it on the floor, but I thought I would just give you the whole, like, life-size experience.
He's a big dude.
Maybe when we...
He's kind of terrifying.
But I suppose it would help for you if we're all on the same page that we know what he looks like.
Sure. And if you say he's terrifying, that means that probably not friendly with him.
I mean, I think we did some odd jobs for him, like to try to find out what's happening here. But no, we didn't want to cross him.
Okay. I think I might be in the mood to cross him to bring him in if pay's good.
Well, I mean, yeah, if the good guys say that he needs to be brought in, of course.
I don't even know where to start asking.
No, I don't know either.
That's a problem for tomorrow.
Could be a problem for tonight if the booze runs out, but
That's true.
Maybe we could find that Carson fella. He seemed to
Oh,
know
yes.
everything.
yeah, we should find him.
Yeah, I don't believe that he's gone crazy. I bet that's just an act, so he doesn't have to help.
He was, as if I remember correctly, he was a very eccentric sort.
He had
These
a thing
soldiers-
for Lachlan.
He did. He really did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Lachlan told me not to talk about it anymore.
I
so
mean-
I'm not going to, but
Right.
Yes.
He's no longer with us, but
And I point over to Alrin. We have a new looker.
it's worth a try.
All right, so you guys,
What's the worst that could
with the
happen?
afternoon, for the sake of brevity and time, with the afternoon ahead of you, where are you going to go next? Are you just going to hang out at the tavern here, or the hostel? Are you going to go track down Carson? Are you going to go sneak out to the south and see if you can get eyes on any of a skirmish, or what do you want to do? Because we're going to take a quick break here, and then when we come back, we'll figure that out. But what are you thinking?
I think we should find Carson. We need more info.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
also told to come back later for Burne.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
check on Toblob.
Yeah.
We have, plenty.
You
of
got some things to do. All right, so my friends,
All
we
right.
will come back, and after the break, we'll get into some of this growing list of tasks. See if you can gather some more information and find out what's going on with your friend Toblob. And we'll come back in just in a couple of short minutes. Before we leave, though, I want to remind people that we are doing a giveaway. We've got a giveaway for something called Old Town from our sponsors at CZ RPG Publishing. Thank you to Christian and the crew over there for putting together such awesome content. They've got maps and location lore and new stat blocks for bad guys, all kinds of great stuff. Did I mention maps? So many maps. Exclamation mark drawing to get in on the action there. We will be drawing one lucky winner at the end of tonight's session. So go ahead and get in on that exclamation mark drawing to be entered. We will be back in just a couple of minutes, you guys. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for the hype train. Thanks for cheering us on, the advantages, and just being fun. It looks like there's a lot of great gabbing going on in the chat. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate you guys. We'll be back in just a couple short minutes, my friends. We'll see you shortly. And we are excited to dive back into this game. Look, if you guys want to get in on a giveaway, which I know you do, because we've got some really awesome stuff. We're giving away Old Town by our friend CZRPG, exclamation mark drawing to win. I'll put a little bit of information in the chat there. Go check out their stuff. They have a great catalog on Drive-Thru RPG. You can get an idea of what they have. For those of you that have been hanging out, you might have won some of their stuff in the past. I hope you've used it. I hope it's been fun for you, and I know we have. So some of our party's most, how shall I say, some of their most dramatic thirst is for locations that have been pulled from some of CZRPG's stuff. Shelly, you don't even know it. You don't even know. You don't even know.
He just keeps
I
killing
don't.
me.
You will, though. You will know. Anyhow, go ahead and try to win by entering. Okay. Now, guys, you have returned to the somewhat, shall we say, subdued town of Nulb, where once there was this sort of raucous frontier sort of vibe going on. Now there are soldiers around every corner. It seems very oppressive in terms of the occupation. Of course, you know the behind the scenes aspect of what was going on here. There was certainly some illegal operations happening. There was some sort of connection between, as you uncovered, the Black Hand, which had been operating Nulb as one of their outposts, in addition to Twilight Falls, and connections to whatever was happening at the Temple of Elemental Evil to the south of here. It appears from what you've heard so far by talking to some of the locals that most of the brigands and evil men and goblins and orcs and gnolls have been dealt with, although there is some small-scale skirmishes still occurring to the south. There are still some of the leadership of the area that are at large, including someone that you have met and know, Mr. McKinty, who was sort of a ringleader of sorts here at the docks area. And a Lieutenant Vole has even gone so far as to ask one of his trusted bounty hunters, Alrin LaRaven, to perhaps track down McKinty, either taking him alive preferably or dead with some intel, to help them maybe suss out what's going on and what further connections might extend into the other regions of this land. So with that said, you have gotten yourselves some stews. You have had a drink. You've found that the supplies are running a bit low for some reason, and there's a little bit of tension. And with that fact, the booze is running out. It's not a good thing. And so you now are heading out to perhaps investigate a little bit more in this town. Where would you like to go first?
Carson, right?
Yeah, I think it'd be good for us to walk around and try to find Carson.
Or one of those orphan scamps.
Yeah, ask around.
They'll
'cause
know
he
where
had
he
a little
is.
network of children.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
Okay.
should we kind of just walk this route south, like towards the curio shop? Or go somewhere else?
Where was the fishmonger originally stationed when we were here before?
Like up where they were.
It was
Kind of
way
by
up
the docks area. Yep.
Yeah.
So like kind of on that point
Oh,
where the flag is
We should go
located.
that way, but
Yeah, let's
Okay.
head that way, but keep an eye out for any of these like street urchin-y kind of characters that he was associated with before.
Well, and I'm also assuming at some point you're heading back to this location here to check in on the Toblob situation. And then here is also where Burne's, you know that this is where they say Burne is located in the Boatman's Tavern, which has been commandeered for use by the, what you've heard reference to the Revenant. Or excuse me, the Vanguard, not the Revenant, the Vanguard.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's go find Carson first, and then we can check back in to see if Burne will speak with us.
should we walk north around the water, like that way? Do you think?
Wherever we think there are people.
Yeah, sure.
All right, yeah, if you head out and walk the shoreline here, you can see that across the cobblestone road that's somewhat muddied and well-worn, well-trod. Looking out across the bridge, you can see that there's another blockade / checkpoint on the opposite side of the bridge and a small outpost that's been constructed. You can see that there is what appears to be a bit of a tent town here with soldiers. There are fires burning. You can smell food cooking, lots of voices and people sort of milling about here, resting and gathering their strength for whatever their next mission might be. perhaps just the defense of this bridge. You're not sure, but nevertheless, you can walk through this area relatively unmolested, although you do get some looks as you walk through this area if you intend to go right through this space here. Some of these buildings have been erected almost as like temporary sheds or command posts, and then the rest of them are tents in this area here. But you can easily walk through this area. There are some trails that lead around this point. Past some of these buildings are a couple of different warehouses that appear to now have stockpiles of weapons. There appear to be heavily guarded areas in here. And eventually you come around the corner towards where the docks area, this little cove begins. And sure enough, you see this scrawny, scraggly, mostly bald with little wisps of greasy hair on his head. And he's sitting on a wooden bucket. And he appears as though he is cracking open shells. And there's a little bucket of water sloshing around at his feet. And he's just kind of looking around, and he sees you walking in. He's got a toothpick in the corner of his mouth, and he kind of looks at you, and then he moves the toothpick over to the other side of his mouth. And he says, well, look at this. I recognize you. Where's your dwarf friend? He grins, and he's got like these gaps in his teeth, and they're all kind of like what he does have are black and gummy. Yeah.
Well, Lachlan, like his love, his life in this lady was the sea, so he has returned to her.
It's a beautiful story. Beautiful. Well, his loss, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to miss the war zone. What's going on around here?
Well, you missed quite a bit
bad.
yourselves. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess the word got out about what was going on around here, and old McKinty and the rest of them, those pirate boys, they got run out of here. Well, some of them didn't get too far. They ran, and then they fell, and then they died. And the Burns badge just kind of came in and took over the place, along with, well, some of these soldiers from Verbobonc. They got a whole menagerie of warriors here. They even got some of those jerkins, those green jerkin rangers from out east.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we've met them.
They're not so bad.
Well, there was quite a battle down south at the old temple. You know, the one that they had got locked up. They'd closed it down. Well, it appears that some cultists, some gnolls, and some other critters were down there causing a ruckus, trying to raise, demons. I don't know. Carson doesn't get involved
doing
with
that
that.
up north too.
The nerve,
Yeah.
I don't have time
everybody's
for it.
raising demons these
Who's got the
days.
time for that? That's a commitment.
It's a lot.
Anyways.
It's a big hobby.
Right.
You got any news for old Carson?
Well,
Where you been?
North.
yeah, we went to Twilight Falls for a little while.
Sure. Twilight Falls. There was a bit of a
We-
shake-up up there as well.
We did not burn
And we
down
had
that
nothing
town.
to do with it.
Contrary to what anyone else
Mhm.
says, we did not actually burn down that town.
Yes, spoken like someone who definitely didn't burn down a town.
I know, right?
Mm. So you all mixed up with the Black Hand then, huh? What are you on the
No.
run now?
No, we were never in the Black Hand.
No.
I thought you left town with Lucille and her crew. No. Yeah. For sure you did. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
you. I saw you
Well-
sail out with
Yeah.
Lucille
Yes,
and
we did.
Merle and Earl.
Yes,
we did hire them to bring us to Twilight Falls.
And where are
Yes.
they now? That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, you haven't heard from them?
No, a lot of people scattered to the wind. I mean, once these guys showed up and kind of took over, they're not, they're not the nicest group of good guys.
It
No.
does seem a little
Whatever.
lame here now.
You just got to look a little bit deeper. There's opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
They have a real morale problem, I'm thinking.
I'd say the booze is almost running out. That's not good. Carson knows that.
No.
You guys
It's like
hungry?
rule
I got
number
some.
one of
I got some silver
warfare.
jacks here. You need some? You hungry?
Yeah, I would love some.
Yeah. 5 silver, and I can sell you a little bowl of silver jacks.
I mean, we did just have that stew. I'm pretty full.
Oh,
Stew.
no, I have room for silver.
Oh, you
Jack.
need the
There's
stew.
always room for silver
No,
jacks,
let's
You
right?
didn't
Right,
eat the
so
stew
fish.
down at
Yeah,
the
okay.
waterside, did you? You had the stew, huh? Oof.
Yeah, do you know what kind of meat they put in it?
It's
there?
not goblin, right?
It's,
Goblin? What gives? No, are you crazy?
it's not,
Pearl,
It's
pearls.
a
not
terrible
anything.
joke.
unnatural, is it?
You can't believe anything Pearl says. Am I right?
Well, you know how it is, the power of suggestion, and it just kind of got into my head. Now I'm not
Who's?
so sure.
Whoa, 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 whoa! He just kind of like pushes you to the side, and he sees Alrin. Who are you?
Alrin the Raven.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Where have I seen you before?
I've been around the city.
I bet you
picking up
have.
some bad guys and bringing them back in.
Oh yeah, make them pay.
Well, I get paid for it. Yeah.
Oh, you hire yourself out for that kind of thing, then?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So you're a bounty hunter.
I'm looking for some people.
Really?
And with that, I would like to stroke the amulet I have around my neck to use a charge of detect thoughts on him.
Okay. Yeah, you get two things that are very prominent in his thoughts right now. How much he likes your boots, and that he thinks he could make some money off of you with some information peddling. So you're looking for somebody in particular? Maybe old Carson can give you a hand.
I'm looking to find some more information about this McKinty fella.
Whoa.
You have any idea
McKinty.
where he went?
What do you want with
There's gotta be
McKinty?
some rumors or something.
There's always rumors. Carson knows all the rumors. What do you want? What do you want to get mixed up with that for? What do you?
I just want to find out information from him.
It cost you.
Okay, let's talk.
I mean, I could trade information.
Now you're talking. All right.
Like, there was something very big that's happened up north while we were there.
Okay.
You said they were raising demons down here. Well, you wouldn't believe what we saw up north.
Yeah, I'm thinking something a little bit more substantial for old Carson. You know what I mean? Look. What are you guys? You guys with the Vanguard?
No.
Is that what
Well,
this is?
technically, we're solo operators.
Look, I
We're
told those
freelance.
guys. I didn't have anything to say about McKinty or any of the others. Yeah, they believe me. They always
Tell
do.
them that.
But were they asking in the right way? And Des will flick him a gold piece.
Yeah, well, I might know something, but I don't know what good it's going to do anybody to track down McKinty. He's small beans. Nah.
I mean,
It pays the bills. That's what it does.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
you can understand that.
That's true. All right, look. Here's what I can tell you. I can tell you I do have a little bit of information. That's a start.
Well, we already knew that you had information because you are such a go-getter and like so connected. Obviously, if anybody in this town knew where McKinty was, you would know.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you this. For one more gold, I could tell you where he's not.
ding. Des will flip him another gold.
Look, you promised not to tell any of them badges or any of the jerkin rangers or any of those Verbo soldiers anything about this, because they'd get me killed. You know, if they start thinking that I'm hanging out or supplying information with the resistance, not good for Carson.
Right, we didn't hear it from you.
McKinty's not in town anymore. He ain't here. He left town. He left town right about the time that old Burne and his boys showed up. Now, he's no dummy. Got the hell out.
You know which way out of town he went.
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea. Look. The gold is fine, but I make a lot of gold off of these soldiers. You know, they're asking me for this, for that.
Well, what do you need?
Let's just say I had something I needed you to deliver for me. Just a little something, nothing, no big deal. It's nothing important, really. But, you know, it's a personal nature.
We're very discreet.
You deliver
Is
it
it
for
a
me.
stabbing?
Oh, you don't have to kill anybody.
Oh, even better.
Why the long face there, Alrin? There'll be plenty of people to kill.
That's not the problem.
Well, what's the fucking problem then?
It's not you. It's been a troublesome day already here.
Well, when you're wearing boots like that, you're liable to get into some trouble, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
What's up with his boots? She'll like look over.
Have
They
you
look
seen those
fancy?
things?
Fancy.
Well, I mean, Des has pretty nice shoes too.
Thank you.
See.
Look, I got some, you know, on the down low. If you could deliver it for me to one of the boys over there in the compound. Just a little something, no big deal. You come back, I'll tell you which way McKinty went.
How big is it? Is it a small package or a large package?
Just a piece of paper in an envelope.
All right.
Is this going to get us into a fight with said person?
No, you just give it to him and walk away.
Okay. I
Can
mean,
do that.
yeah, this town really needs some kind of a courier service, but I understand.
Yeah,
With
I don't think
horses.
there's too many couriers that are going to want to walk into that compound. Those guys are, they're not fucking around.
Which one? The one where they're keeping all the...
The whole fucking thing. I mean, they rounded up a bunch of the people from town. I mean, they've been gone. We ain't seen them since. You know what I mean? If you weren't on the right side of, you know, Burne's line in the sand kind of thing, well, you got disappeared. Did they take them up north? I don't know. Are they over in that building? Are they in the boatman's? Carson doesn't know that level of detail, but Carson knows that, well, they killed Skull. They took over the boatman's tavern. I mean, I'll tell you, I liked it better when just the free flow of information and goods were coming through this town. It was much more profitable for everyone. Now look at it. It's depressing.
War's no
Pretty
good for
depressing.
business, right?
Well, it can be. It can be. But they got this
What do you
place
think?
on lockdown right now, and this happens to be at the crossroads of a very important trade route. You guys know this. Been around long enough.
All right, who's this fellow we gotta deliver a message to? How do
Look,
we know him?
this is between us, okay?
All right.
If something goes wrong here and you give it to the wrong guy, you know, could be bad for Carson. Are you catching what I'm tossing your way?
I'm catching that this is a very dangerous operation.
It's simple, but important. Let's just call it important, all right?
How will we know for sure it's the right person?
Just ask for Furcus.
Farkas.
Farkas. Okay, we could give Farkas your letter.
Don't tell him it's from me.
What does this Furcus look like? Just, you know, to make sure that we're putting it in the hands of the right person.
All right, Furcus, right? He's got a red sash he wears around his, around his shoulders. He's got no teeth on the front top, and he's got a huge frickin' mustache. You can't miss him. Big scar across his forehead, too. He's a big, burly son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay.
Is he...
Sounds...
say he opens said message, and it makes him very angry. Is he going to get upset with the messenger?
Nah, he'll be happy to get it.
All right.
He might tell you something.
With his fists?
No. You're not gonna get in a fight here unless you fuck this up and give it to the wrong person. Then we're all dead. Give it to Furcus.
All right.
He might tell you something. You come back here, you tell me what he said, and I'll give you some intel on old McKinty.
Give us the envelope.
That works.
Sounds simple.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I'm looking at your friend with the feather in his cap, but I'm wondering what's the best that could
Quite
happen.
fashionable.
We could all become best friends and start a coffee shop after all of this.
I like coffee.
Yeah,
You want
see?
some
like-
coffee?
Right?
Iced coffee is kind of my favorite, but
Oh,
you know.
Xanthe does
I can
that.
do that.
Do we have ice? You can make ice.
Yeah.
We forget about
Do you have a
that.
cup?
I got this bowl, and he dips it into the water that has all of the clams in it, and
You should probably empty that. And Xanthe will use her magical cantrip, Shape Water, to bring some of the coffee out of the carafe of coffee, and she'll change it into like little hearts and stars, like frozen ice cube hearts and stars, and like put them in the bowl.
well, isn't that cute? Huh. I like it. He takes one of the cubes and pops it in his mouth.
Good, right?
Mm-hmm.
See? Alright. So we got a job to do.
Spits it back into the bowl. All right. He pulls the leather out of his, he has it like in a pocket, like an interior pocket in his pants, pulls it out, and it's kind of like, it looks almost like it's damp, kind of wet, maybe sweat, maybe a little bit of sweatiness to it.
Oh.
Farkas.
Xanthe takes it and then
Farkas.
prestidigitates it dry. Okay.
Furcus it is.
Here we go. If you hear a battle,
Go find this Furcus. I mean, just quick question. Should we be delivering this like on the, you know?
Should it be secret?
Quietly.
Okay.
Very quietly.
well, we're
All
gonna
right.
have to ask where Furcus is if we don't see a giant toothless guy in a red sash.
He's
Is
over at
he
the
in prison?
compound. No, he's one of the he's one of the badges.
Okay.
We'll go stake it out for a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Let's not ask.
All right, then you come back, you tell me what he said, and I'll give you some intel on McKinty. How's that sound?
Sounds
like it.
fair.
All right.
We'll walk off that direction.
Okay.
What does the letter look like? I take it it's sealed.
Yep, it's sealed in an envelope. It has a little bit of wax on it, sort of like a, it doesn't have any sort of markings in the wax, but it's waxed sealed.
Why?
Well, I could steam it open. I think with a combination of prestidigitation and shape water, I could probably steam open this letter.
Do you need me to make a wall? I'll back your play.
I mean, do we care though? What are these two up to?
I don't
Well,
know.
that's the question. Don't you want to know?
I mean, I really just want to know where this McKinty fella is.
What if it's in the envelope? This is just intel.
I mean, have you, Alrin, heard of this Farkas person?
Never heard of him, but if he's a big burly guy, maybe one or two of us might want to be invisible with the other two of us.
Can you
was gonna
turn
say-
invisible?
I can.
Yeah. Or, we could also look like other people when we deliver it.
Yeah, we're good at disguises.
As you guys are walking and talking, you
Invisible
all
works, too.
notice that there is at least one small preteen child that's kind of like keeping pace with you, just off to the side a little bit. They're not being very discreet. It's almost like they're trying to sneak, but not doing a very good job of it.
Oh, we've got an escort.
Yeah. I imagine
We're-
it's one of Carson's.
We're definitely just kidding. I'll say this to Xanthi about opening the envelope.
Of course.
I mean, it's a funny joke to entertain. Wouldn't it be silly?
I'm sure it's not any valuable information.
No. It's probably just Carson, likes weird things. Maybe it's just an invitation to come over and eat fish.
Right, after hours.
After hours, yeah. With certain garments not on.
Right?
Yeah.
A social call.
Or on. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. So
What are you talking about?
is there a dude with a sash around here?
Give me a perception check.
Yes. Where does a guy named Farkas hang out?
I got a 12.
You don't see a big behemoth of a dude with a big hefty mustache on his upper lip, but you do see this child that seems to be keeping pace and like hiding behind some crates now, kind of looking at you guys. And then they sort of like walk nonchalantly to the side of a building and like lean up against the building and just kind of like watch you go by.
Xanthi will just stop, turn, look at the kid, and be like,
And then the kid kind of wide eye and then kind of starts whistling and just kind of walks away, kind of looking at you as they do.
it's important to let them know that you can see them. Otherwise, they think they're invisible for like their whole lives.
So you get to the
That's
docks
fair.
district, and there are boats that are being that are departing, and other boats that are coming in. You can actually see in the bay that there's wreckage of some ships that have been partially sunk, just off of the edge of the bay here, as if there was probably some sort of a battle in the bay itself. Some of the areas are burned around the docks area, and the little shack that McKinty spent time at, where you remember going and talking to him about getting a job when you were first in Nulb, has been boarded up. The little tents in the little tent village where there was like merchants and fishermen have been all but shuttered. There's like one lone little fisherman, and then there's a little area where there's these two men sitting playing some sort of a like dragon chess maybe in front of a small little shack. And you're not even sure if the shack is like a vendor or what it is, but it's very much a reduced sort of dock scene from what you remember last time.
Dez is going to call Lucky and have him do like kind of a flyover of the compound to see if he can see Farkas wandering around the grounds anywhere.
Okay, give me a perception check for Lucky.
All right.
Oh,
18 plus 3 for a 21.
So Lucky soars over the compounds and sees the docks area, sees the boats being loaded and unloaded with what looks to be troops who are setting out, heading both north and south on the Immerdis River. You see through Lucky's eyes the tents that are set up to house troops, It looks as though there are a couple of warehouses that have been commandeered by the Burns Badgers. The compound itself is still active. You can see that indeed they were burning the bodies of some of the dead that had been brought in, perhaps bounties, perhaps soldiers, perhaps individuals who had died from their wounds in some of the medical tents. And you can see as Lucky flies low over the building that Lieutenant Vol is still at their post, kind of barking orders, and there are people moving about. And as you fly past, almost like getting an idea of maybe you're not going to find this Furcus individual, Lucky flies in front of the Boatman's Tavern, which has been retrofitted into the command post for Burne, and you see through Lucky's eyes this hulk of a man standing on the porch smoking a pipe with this big mustache. Seems like maybe that could be the individual that Carson had described.
I think I found him. I think Lucky
Where's
see him. Lucky can see him. It's he's on the porch of the Boatman's Tavern.
Well,
All right.
let's go over there. Right? Should we just go straight over there? Should we all four just go over there?
Well, I mean, we
Are we gonna
should
do something?
probably not all approach him all at once like a
Yeah, at
gaggle,
least-
but we should head in that direction. Yes.
This is where the
All right.
guards are outside, right?
Yeah. I mean, let's keep our distance and scope it from like behind the building over here.
Well, Alrin, do you want to go invisible since you can? That's
Did
I
you
think
say
that's
that there was some kind of fence around it?
Yeah, so if you look in Owlbear here, you'll see that this building here, this is the area where Lieutenant Vol was in this tent here, and you get the sense that this is maybe a possibly where they're housing soldiers, also possibly where they're keeping prisoners held. This building here is the Boatman's Tavern, right by number 4. And that's where Lucky perched on the windowsill, and you believe you saw Burne perhaps pacing and then sitting down at a table. This is also where you saw just moments before Furcus. You guys are over kind of on this backside of the building, kind of by the docks area where the friendly local game store guys were playing a game, and you saw McKinty's shack was all shuttered.
I can give him the message. I can be invisible. If he gets angry and shouts and there's a problem, I can probably escape. But know that may come to a tussle after that. But I am more than willing to do that.
All right.
Why don't we just tell him that, we have a letter from his mother, or someone in town likes you. Like it's a secret. Here's
he's
your love
invisible-
letter.
If he's
No?
We
invisible,
need the
he can just be
reaction.
like, "Hey, yeah, we need whatever he says, right?"
Yeah.
Well,
So,
after he reads it.
Sure.
yeah. So we deliver the message, and then we ask him what he has to say about it.
Circle yes if you like me, and no if you don't.
Yeah, it is a little bit like that, isn't it? It's-
A little.
it. Might be.
I
you never
mean,
know. We are in Nulb.
Mhm.
When in
true.
Nulb.
Yeah. Nulb's true flavor is never going to go away.
It's just gone underground.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
They're
I
stealthy.
could do it. I'm not as stealthy. Yeah, I can be invisible, or I can make one of you invisible if you're more stealthy about it.
I mean,
I-
I'll sneak up over there if you want.
I don't know that we need to sneak. We
I
could
don't
just
think so
be
either.
deceptive, right?
I mean, their guards are still posted over there, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
So,
we
I
need
mean-
to be deceptive to get by them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to walk right past the guards to get there. So
Yeah.
Well, so the other person, they just had a Burns Badger symbol on their outfit, right? Well, I mean, that's so simple. I mean, even I can do that. And she'll just, use prestidigitation to show a little symbol of the Burns Badgers. Like, she just puts her hand over and then there's a little symbol there.
I mean, are they gonna?
Right,
Do you
but
think
we
they
just
know
talked to
everybody
them
here?
like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, are these the same people we just talked to?
Yeah, I mean, didn't we just ask them to see Burne like an hour or two ago?
Oh,
A couple
well
hours
then,
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
why don't we ask to see Burne now, and we'll get in? And maybe on the way out, we can be like, hey,
If he can make
this
me
dude
invisible,
wants to know if you like him.
I'll sneak right past him.
We don't know that that's what it says in there.
Well, it doesn't have to be true. I mean, that's just the story, right?
Okay.
All right, Xanthi will walk up to the gates.
Wait,
Whoever's
what
at
are
the
we
guard.
doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
No.
We're
I
going to
think
see Burne.
I think somebody should sneak in invisibly and hand
Yeah.
him a letter.
Right.
As a
I,
start.
I think we should start with Fergus.
Yes.
Well, but if we get in to see Burne, we'll already be in.
Yeah, but there'll
don't
be
think
people
we'll-
watching us and
Yeah, we won't be able to wander
hearing us, and
once we're
Well,
in.
nobody really pays attention to you when you're walking out.
yeah, but what if Mr. Fergus doesn't want what he has to say heard by other people?
And
Then
what
it
if
gets messy.
Mr.
Really
Fergus
messy.
isn't there when we come out?
Okay, all right. How far away is Fergus from the gate, the fence?
Turn me invisible, and I'll sneak right up there
Hmm.
and give him.
Is
the
it
message.
more than 150 feet? Right, 120 feet?
From where you are right now?
At any point, like, could I walk on one side of the gate and like send a message via the spell message?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you'd have to come around probably the other side of the house and have, line of sight just to get close enough. But yeah, you could totally do a message. Absolutely.
Okay, I could just talk to him.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I could
that's
even
right.
ask if he could come on out.
Yeah, let's do that. Then we don't have to go across any guarded threshold. I mean, do you think he'll come out though?
Well, we can ask.
Right. All right.
Okay.
Let's do that.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? It's my new favorite.
We get into a fight with all of them right here. That is the worst that could happen.
You're not wrong.
So Xanthi is going to, like, walk to that place in the fence and just, like, plop down. And she's actually going to put her back towards Fergus. So she's not looking at him, but she's going to point that direction. Because that's what the spell does. And she's going to message him. Hey, Fergus. We have a letter for you. And I don't know that you want everyone to know that we have this letter. I think maybe it's possibly something romantic. I don't know, because, like, I didn't read it. But, how would it be the best to get this letter to you? The cute redhead who's sitting next to the fence has it. You can reply to this message and no one will hear you.
Are you looking at him at all, or you're not looking at him?
I'm not, but
Okay.
he can see the redheaded girl sitting with her back towards him.
Do
He
we
doesn't
hear her
res-
say that, or is that in her head?
You can see my lips moving, but you can't hear anything that.
Yeah, only
It's coming
the
out.
receiver can hear it. Who is this? He just takes another pull off of his pipe and takes a few steps off down a couple stairs from the sort of the deck at the front of the building and down onto the mud. And he takes his pipe and he taps it out on his boot, puts it into his pocket and just kind of looks around.
Well, I'm just a messenger.
You guys are close enough to hear. He just kind of turns and says, "You want to go for a walk? I'll be back." "Yeah, okay, Fergus, whatever. We got it." Takes a few steps in your direction, and at this point, he sees you. And he doesn't walk towards you, though. He walks down towards the docks.
All right. Who wants to go to the docks?
Nori will do the loop with Xanthi with the arms again. I do. You guys
All right,
coming?
maybe we shouldn't all go down there, but what do you think?
Well, I mean,
Maybe be invisible but there, so he doesn't feel threatened.
Des, you're pretty sneaky. You could probably follow us and not be seen.
Sure. I could follow from a distance.
What about you, Alrin? What do you want
I'm
to do?
not as sneaky, but
Did he go out here, like Dave? Like out in this area?
Right now, so he walked out this way. I'm assuming Xanthi was kind of like over here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He walked off the porch and turned down this way.
We'll walk around the back side of that building, but then go in that direction.
He doesn't go onto the dock, but he kind of walks behind the building here.
Okay.
He fills his pipe again and lights it, takes a pull. Just
if
kind
I
of
can
looks
be in a
around.
spot where eyes aren't really on me, then I'll go invisible.
Roll a stealth check.
I'm going to use my advantage that I was given,
Very nice. Thank you, Doc Shoulder.
which I didn't need. 22.
Yeah, you're pretty certain. You look around, you don't see anybody from your point of concealment on the backside of that building. You feel pretty secure in your concealment. And you go invisible.
Go invisible and follow.
Okay. So this gnomish woman and a golden-eyed girl are arm in arm, just frolicking along the shoreline, headed in the direction of this large man who is standing smoking a pipe. And he turns, noticing the two of you walking in his direction, takes another pull, just kind of looks over as you approach, doesn't say anything. Just stands there with the pipe burning, wisps of smoke being pulled out into the bay. You can feel kind of the cold breeze of the evening starting to come into town off of the river and out of the marshlands. He doesn't say anything. He just stands there and looks out over the bay.
Xanthi will just wave at him and be like,
I will be a little less carefree, more of like a ready stance, but no weapons.
Evening, ladies.
Hello. We are just in town. And so our friends said that they wanted to give this to you.
and she'll take out the letter.
I don't know what it says, but they wanted to know what you thought.
And she'll hand it over.
He just kind of looks at you, takes the letter, takes a pull, taps it out, puts it away, kind of turns a little away from you a little bit and starts to crack open the wax seal, opens the envelope, pulls the letter out. It's like this kind of old parchment, and he opens it up and looks at it. Excuse me. Folds it back up.
Is it good news? Like, I thought maybe it was a confession.
Yes, I'm looking forward to Star Day.
Star Day?
Star Day.
And he just turns and walks away. You guys know Star Day is a day of the week.
Oh. It's a hot date!
Maybe
Oh
you
my
were right
goodness.
after all.
He just
He is
walks
looking
back and
forward
heads back to the
Star Day.
building.
Oh, I
Oh.
should have looked at what it was.
Well, I mean, I think that they would have found out that we saw what it was.
You also know that it is Water Day right now, so there's 2 days before Star Day.
I mean, we could, like, follow him around and, like, see how their date goes.
What did they say? What did he say when you gave him the message?
Okay. He, like, sighed. And then he said, I'm looking forward to Star Day. And it was so romantic.
I feel like he blushed a little bit too. There was some warmth
Oh.
coming off of him. Don't you think?
Yeah, I totally do. I think that we have helped to make a love connection.
Well, let's go back and tell Carson.
Yeah, let's go back to Carson. Okay,
Let's
come on.
see how he responds
go.
to that. This doesn't. Well, let's see.
Very mysterious.
I mean, I don't know that we should go right back there right now. I mean, you know, it'd be kind of obvious, right?
And you hear me
Like,
say, I can go back, but you don't see me.
oh,
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
yeah,
it.
why don't you tell Carson that he was happy, he was looking forward to Star Day.
And why don't we meet back at the what's it called again?
The Boatman's
The
Tavern?
waterside. The waterside.
The hostel.
The Boatman's Tavern is the one that's closed.
Oh,
That's where Burne is,
Right.
though. Oh, should we check on Toblob first, since we're kind of over here?
Oh, sure.
I mean,
Do we want to split up?
it's been no. Do we?
well, we will because Alrin, you know, needs to deliver that.
How about we wait here? Have
All right.
Alrin deliver it, and then he can come back and, you know, if you're still invisible, just, you know, make an animal noise.
I can do that.
Okay.
Pick your favorite animal noise.
I'm really good at animal noises too, by the way. We're gonna get along great.
I'll play a note from my lute.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just wait here then.
Okay. I will hustle off back to Carson.
All right, Alren, you see Carson is in the same spot as he was before. He is doing the exact same thing he was doing before, but the only difference is that as you approach, there are 5 young children that are sort of hanging out by his feet, and he turns to see you and he mutters something that you can't hear, and they all get up and sort of scamper away.
Are you
Hello
doing
again.
it invisibly?
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
then I guess none of that happens. The kids are sitting right there.
Yes, I am still invisible.
Okay.
When I get there, I'll do a little minor illusion, which is not concentrate, so it doesn't break the invisibility.
Okay.
But like, if the kids are looking at him, I'll do a minor illusion where I'm at, and it's gonna look like the ice cubes that Xanthi made.
Okay. They look over at you and
Well, it doesn't make noise. I'm hoping just to get his attention, if they're looking at him.
all right. Let's see here. Yeah, they don't notice it. But he says something under his breath that you don't quite understand. You know it's a word, but it doesn't sound like any word you've ever heard, and they get up and they leave. He just kind of looks and says, "Ooh, hello?"
I'm back from us delivering the message, Carson.
The boots guy.
The boots guy. Yes, with a fancy feather.
Well, I'm glad you came back.
Yeah.
Well,
The response was, he is looking forward to Stardew.
great. Well, job well done.
Can I do an insight check on him?
What are you trying to insight? Like, what are you?
If he's pleased, angry, has something behind his response.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an insight check.
Nah, it's a 5.
He seems pleased to hear the news.
Love
Okay, would you-
connection.
Results inconclusive.
Right? Down.
Doubling down.
He's not hiding the fact that it's good that was taken care of.
So I'll get a little closer to him and be like, so you know the direction that McKinty's in?
Yeah, I do. Look, you made good on your end of the deal, and Carson will make good on his end of the deal. The reason some of the supplies have been going a little slim around here is, well, I'm guessing it's McKinty and the boys still poking their thorn in the side of Verbobonc and the Badges. They're up north of town on the river. Those idiots, those Badgers. They haven't been able to track them down. Well, McKinty and the boys are good. Squint and Tollub, they're not easy to catch. They grew up on this river. And they know the hiding spots. They know the ambush points. They know how to move around unseen. They know where to set up their own kind of roadblock.
Move around unseen. Yeah, I got a feeling for that. But up north, thanks. It won't get back to anybody that you helped us, I promise.
Well, I'll do the same.
I appreciate that. And maybe we'll talk a little more later. See how things go in the next few hours or days.
Come back any time you want, Bootsy. I'd like to see your pretty smile next time, though.
Okay, yeah, never be too safe when you're dealing in our line of work, correct?
What would I know? I just sit here on this bucket and sell silverjacks.
Yep. Purely innocent. I like it. Get you around.
Indeed.
And I'll go back to the group.
Was he happy for his dates?
First, I have to play the music so you know I'm there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got too far ahead of myself.
We didn't wait for the signal.
What's the signal?
I gotta be the invisible lootist.
Yeah, he's
Does it
looting.
sound wrong? It does.
Yep.
You hear the mystical music. Good thing music's not invisible.
Oh, he's back.
What was that?
And I'll appear.
Was he excited for his dates?
I'm getting the
Be
hardcore
happy.
Chuck Woolery vibes from Zambi.
He seemed to be happy about the information. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So, did we get information on McKinty?
We did. He's up north. He knows this area better than the Badgers do, so he's been able to evade them. They're very stealthy, and he's had his hand in the supply issues.
Oh, those jerks. That's why there's no booze here.
He's been taking all the booze.
We could make this a pretty fun town if we got this situation in hand.
Sounds like a noble cause.
Alcohol is a noble cause.
And that,
Well-
my friends, is how you drop an adventure hook in front of a party. Save the booze.
Save the booze. Yep. All
Well,
right.
we
So-
could do this, or we could possibly encourage Burne to pay us for doing it.
You know,
So
I
we've
just-
been offered money to get McKinty.
mhm.
Oh, sure, but we should also get money to help with whoever is interrupting the supply chain.
That sounds
But-
like a good conversation to have with Burne.
I think so. Maybe we would get paid twice.
You know, I just had a thought. Maybe we could just walk up outside the house and try to message him from a distance.
Didn't you guys want to check on your friend first?
Yes. Yes, we're doing that next.
Know something?
Oh,
I mean,
Toblab.
we could send Lucky, right?
Lucky for what? The message or Toblab?
To Toblab to make sure Toblab is okay. We said the bird would watch, and then we didn't leave the bird.
That's true. We did threaten the bird, but
Well, I
didn't follow
threatened the
through with the
bird.
bird.
But it's not mine, so it was just a bunch of threats.
I think we should just walk over there.
Let's just go over there.
Okay.
They probably got Toblob, bushes, Toblob out of him by now.
hmm
He doesn't say much else. I mean,
I'm sure he
Right.
wasn't even up to anything. He was probably just being Toblob, so there's nothing to say.
he seemed pretty innocent when we met him.
He did
Your friend
blab
have
a
a guilty
lot
Conscience?
when we talked to him. Like everything
mean-
that he possibly knew about the Queen of the Goblins. You know, like he was telling us about secret doors and stuff.
Yeah, but he wouldn't tell us who he worked for. Right?
I thought he worked for himself.
I can't remember.
I think Toblob has no boss.
He's a freelancer.
Makes
like
him
us.
Employee of the month.
He's his own man, his own goblin.
Right. And that's why he was in trouble, because he was an independent thinker.
Yes.
And also he liked pocket bacon.
Oh, that's right.
That
Yeah.
doesn't really set him apart, though, from anybody else. That particular thing. You know, because we love it. We all love it. It's handy to have.
Right. I mean, who doesn't like bacon, like surprised with bacon? Anyway, so let's just go over and we will see if he's okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, you guys make your way back over to the compound. Here, the flagged compound where they have a semblance of a brig set up in the basement of this building. As you walk up, you can see Lieutenant Vol, and he looks very tired, like it's been a long day. He says, well, you're back then. Ulrin. The rest of you's... your free goblin friend, yeah? Well, we've, quite a talkative fellow, to be honest with you. He, and pleasant for a goblin.
I know, he's so cute.
Yes, cute. Well, we're gonna be holding on to him for a little bit longer, but given that you're friends with Ulrin, we'd be willing to allow one of you to go speak with him. You can verify that he's being treated with, the respect that is due and expected for a captive of the Burns Badgers and the Verbobonc Vanguard.
How much longer are you going to keep him? What else? What do you need to learn from him?
Till we're done with him.
I mean, isn't it, like, wrong to hold somebody for questions when they haven't done anything wrong?
Not really, no.
Isn't that, like, kidnapping?
Maybe there's like a bail we could post for him.
Well,
Something like that.
when we're done with our questioning and we feel satisfied, we'll let him go. There's no need for a bail. Unless we find that he's done something illegal, which we don't think he has, but he certainly likes to ramble a bit, and we're just sort of, verifying a few things that he said. But like I said, if one of you would like to see him and speak with him, we could arrange that for you right now, but that's entirely up to you.
I mean, we should make sure he's okay.
Xanthe, do you want to go see him?
I do, but I mean, like, I'm afraid that I will go on Mama Bear and I'll, like, break him out.
Well, don't do that. Remember, we're not trying to start fights, right?
Well, we never start the fights.
Well, to clarify, we don't start the fights.
So
be
sometimes we start the
malicious.
fights, but we usually
There's always
have
a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, who should we send to talk to him?
Well, make it quick. If you can make a decision, it'd be good. We got other things to do here. Alrin. He steps away for a minute while you guys talk it over.
I mean, who did he get along with best before? Like,
I don't know.
All of us.
He's such a nice little goblin friend.
I just think we should break him out.
Yeah, I know, right? We should totally break him
oh,
out.
they already said they didn't think he was up to anything.
Well, that's exactly why we
He's
should
not
do
in
it.
trouble. He's not in trouble right now. If we break him out, it's gonna look like he's in trouble.
We don't know what kind of treatment. Okay, somebody needs to go in there and see and talk to
All
him.
right, I will go in.
Yeah, Cynthia, I think you should go in.
All right.
Just
And if he's
don't-
been injured at all,
Just don't burn anybody alive.
if you do, make sure Tobalab doesn't get hurt.
Okay. She goes in.
All right, then, you've made a decision. It's going to be you, lass. All right, follow me. And Lieutenant Vol just kind of waves you, follow him. He walks up to a big reinforced wooden and iron banded door, and he raps on it. And a couple seconds later, it opens up, and it's dark, but you can see that there's some firelight from maybe a candle or a lantern. There's stairs that go down almost into like a cellar area. And there is a guard that had opened the door and lets you both in, and he walks down the stairs down into the cellar, and it's fairly bright. It's cleaned out. There's nothing there in terms of like cargo or goods. It's been turned into a brig, and it looks as though there has been some new construction to put in some iron bars to kind of like partition off a few jail cell type areas. And there are a couple of people in the cells. There's 6 cells in total, and 3 of them are occupied. 2 of them look to be pretty worn out, injured combatants of some kind, and they don't even look up or anything. They seem to be like eating off of plates and drinking some water and just kind of like quiet, sitting on benches. And then he leads you down, and as you come down to the end of the hall, you see a little goblin kind of get up. Oh, you're here to see Tobalab.
I am. Hi, Tobalab.
Hello. We have to stop meeting like this. Every time we meet, I'm inside of a cage.
Well, isn't that your lucky day?
I'll leave you two to discuss. I'll be standing over here keeping an eye on you. Okay? Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. The accommodations are very good here. I'm very satisfied. 5-star review and all that good stuff. I just, when I can leave, it'd be great.
Tobalab, this place sucks.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, they got food. They brought in some bread and some water. Toblob's been, just sort of like scrounging around the edges of town lately. There's been a lack of supplies. There's been a lot of fighting, a bunch of goblins that have been looking for me. I can't find my friends, but I found you.
No. Yeah. Well, things are looking up, Toblob.
Oh, they are? Tell me why. What's so great?
I'm here.
Yeah,
So
yes,
things will
this is
get
wonderful.
better.
It's a wonderful reunion. Tell me, well, where's that the dwarven friend and that kind of spindly four-eyed guy? What was his name? Spug Noir. Toblob really liked Spug Noir. He was a good guy. That dwarven guy was a little abrasive, I gotta say, but good peeps all around.
Yeah,
Toblob.
so like they're no longer with our group. Like they had stuff to do.
I mean, people come and go all the time.
That's right. Like you can't hold anybody down. If they want to do something or die.
Unless you put them in a prison cell, then you can hold them for a while, like Toblob.
Yeah, right. Right. So we found another fun person who is spending some time with us. Like this Auren person.
Really?
So
Tell me.
New. And once we get you out, you could come with us too.
Toblob? With you?
And maybe you would get arrested less.
That'd be great.
Or more. I don't know what we're planning.
Sounds dangerous. Toblob likes to play it safe, usually, but I do tend to get into trouble, and, well, I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I'm trying to help out, Smitty is the guy's name, the creepy-looking guy who asks me all the questions, but, they're being very nice to me.
Yeah. I mean, Toblob, this isn't actually very nice. To lock you up when you haven't even done anything wrong, that's kind of bad.
They asked me a lot of questions about what's been going on around here. It sounds like they still want to try to find some of these black hand fellas. I don't know why everybody's got black hands around here, but Toblob certainly doesn't have a black hand. 1, 2. They're green.
Yeah.
Not black.
See? There's no reason why you should be in here.
Mm-mm.
So you mentioned that you had some friends that you couldn't find. Who are your friends?
Oh, I mean, I have all kinds of friends out in the woods.
Well, I mean, who doesn't? But
yeah.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, no, not really. Toblob's kind of a lone goblin.
Yeah, I understand.
But I hear things, and I think that's why, these badgery guys are badgering me so much about, troop movements and something called the resistance. And there's apparently some sort of underground opposition to their handling of things. I mean, can you blame them? I mean, look at this place.
Yeah, it's kind of scary here. I mean, you don't actually know anything about that, right? You're just
Toblob hears things, but I'm nothing.
If you act like you know something that you don't, they're just gonna keep you longer.
Yeah. So I did tell them a little something. I think that's why they're still keeping me there. I did hear something, some people talking about maybe an attack, possibly on the river.
Town?
Well,
the river.
There's been some thefts of like goods and food and beverages.
Yeah, the town is having a supply problem.
Yeah. Well, I heard that it's that there's people in town who are in on it, and I mentioned that, and well, I think that's why Toblob's still here. I should have kept my mouth shut. I'm trying to be helpful.
You didn't give them names, did you?
No. Toblob forgets. I'm Toblob, I know that.
Oh.
Anyways, they're treating me fine. I mean, look at crusty bread. He kind of hits it on the table in front of him, hard as a rock.
Oh, blob. Xanthi will reach into her bag of holding and take out one of her rations and just hand it over to him.
He kind of like backs up for a minute, and Lieutenant Vol kind of looks over. He catches your eye. You see him, and he just kind of nods. And Tobab comes over and grabs it out of your hand.
It's way better than crusty bread, and you know.
Well, it's real good. Well,
Yeah.
You don't have any of that bacon that you had before? Tobab loves bacon.
I don't think I have any pocket bacon right now.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Just the jerky from the rations.
Look, I'm going to do everything that I can. Tobab's going to be very, very helpful. And then you said you'd let me go. Is that right? That's right. Just be as helpful as you can, little one, and then we'll let you go. Just like we said we would. All right, miss, are you satisfied? Your friend's in good care?
Well, he is very important to me and my friends. And so we'll be back later, to make sure he's still okay. And if you have any problems with him, you will come talk to us. We're good friends with Burne.
Very well. All right, then. Time's up. He kind of gestures for you to head out the down the hall, past the other jail cells, and up the stairs, back out to the open air. And now the sun is dipping low on the horizon, and it's becoming long. The shadows are long. The wind is got a little crisp chill to it, and there's just a little essence of flurries, as if there's like a mist in the air that's kind of crystalline and sort of freezing as it sort of drifts past. It's going to be a cold one tonight, Alrin. Hope you're not having to camp.
Might have to tonight, but I've dealt with worse.
Well, if you need some blankets and a tent, there's a store of them over there. Grab yourself a tent, some blankets for your friends.
Appreciate it.
Stay out of trouble now.
I'm trying to help out around here.
Well, keep an eye on your friends then. Oh, and I should mention to you, we did get the word from Burne. He'll take the morning coffee with you in the morning.
Fantastic. See? Patience, guys. Just a little patience.
Not too patient though, right, Alrin? We take care of that little bit of business that we discussed.
No, I've already got a lead.
That's what I like to hear. Well then, grab yourself some blankets. There's well, you find any goddamn place you want to put up a tent. No one will mess with you. It's safe around here now that Burne's Badgers are here.
Appreciate you taking care of Toblob.
It'll be fine. A wealth of knowledge, that one. All right, then. Off you go. And he goes back into the tent.
So we've got to figure out where we're going to sleep tonight.
Well,
And as you say that, my friends, because the hour is getting late, you gather some blankets and a tent if you so choose. You find a spot to put up your tents in some relatively dry ground. And perhaps start a little fire for yourselves and do your evening preparations as the chill of this late fall night descend upon the river valley. And this, my friends, is where we will end tonight's session, and we will pick up here next week as we'll start on the next morning when you head over to see Burne and reconnect with good old Burne from the Burne's Badgers.
Yay!
hooray!
Yay! You didn't
Hooray.
cause a riot
Yet.
yet.
Oh
Yes.
man. I was like,
hey,
how do I
and-
not just
Yeah.
break Nulb.
Break.
Well, so far so good. You've played it somewhat safe. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us and spending some time with us. We do have a giveaway to get to here in just a couple of minutes. If you're hanging out with us and you haven't followed the channel yet, please consider following. If you're a follower and you like what we're doing, you want to support the channel, please consider a sub. We really appreciate you guys supporting us. We get to turn around and then support other creators with that and improve our stream and continuously seek fun ways to bring the content to you. So thank you for support. We really do appreciate it. Now, I would like to go around the table here and do a quick outros from our awesome cast of role players. You guys, awesome role play tonight. Very cool subterfuge. You guys got yourself into some things that you may not even be aware of yet, which is great, which I love to see. And I guess we'll find out what all that means later. But let's go ahead and start with Mr. Vamp Wickman, aka the Chad. Chad, tell us where we can find you, what you have going on, if there's anything you want to plug, and just shout out to you. Thanks for joining us. Great to have you on the team.
It's great to be here. Thanks, Dave, for running. I'm the Chad Vamp Wickman on the net. I'll be here for a while on Tuesdays. I'm having a blast. And otherwise, you'll find me at GaryCon and Founders and Legends. And I hope to see as many of you as possible there.
That's going to be so fun. Can't wait. Thank you, Chad. We are going to play so many games and have so much fun there. It's going to be great. So many people are going to be there. All right, let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. You may know me as Minnesota Muse. I'm Minnesota Muse on our Discord. I'm Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky, and I'm Minnesota Muse 99 on the threads. So come on by, like, join our Discord, join our Facebook page. You know, I think we're even maybe on like some of the new social media sites too.
Are we?
Like, woo, like Shelly might be. Tell us something
Snooze
about
to
that
me.
later. But
Yeah, we don't know what you're
anyway,
talking about.
okay,
What is
never
she
mind,
talking
not
about?
yet. It's too
I
soon.
got a
Yeah.
little
Too
panicky
Too
for a
soon.
second there.
I know.
Too soon. All right, so yeah, and I play Xanthi on Tuesday nights here at Heroes of Greyhawk. And that's what I'm doing right now, but maybe you'll see me in the future doing something else in the
Can we do a tease on that or no? We're going to hold that close to.
we'll
It's too
keep
too
it
early. All right. There's something fun
serious.
coming. Yeah. Let's jump over to Shelly, and I will, just to clarify, Shelly has jumped on board. She's jumped on top of, you might say, our Instagram and some of our content creation, and has a lot of great ideas. Shelly is so excited for you to bring some of
So
those awesome
ridiculous.
ideas. Some of our ideas were nuts, and we'll probably do them. So anyways, go ahead, Shelly. Glad that you're here. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm Shelly, also known as Flea Monkey, also known on Threads and Blue Sky as Hey, it's Flea Monkey, and on the Discord, Flea Monkey. I don't know, whatever. You can find me here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays over at Tithalanos' channel doing some Pathfinder 2E. That's an E.
Nice.
That's what I got.
That was cool. That was really
Thanks.
cool.
Cool.
The coolest. Hey, you know what? That reminds me. Andy G3D, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch. Yeah, you can find me here every Tuesday night playing Desmond Adelar, our favorite non-cursed rogue of Greyhawk. Oh, well, he's part wizard now,
Yeah.
so that's a lot of fun. But yeah, you can find, I think we have some things coming up in January that I will be involved with, to be announced and later on. So lots of good things coming up.
All right. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. I don't think if we're on Blue Sky, just FYI, Scottish Jeff, I don't think we're doing much on Blue Sky, but if you want to follow us on Instagram is where Shelly is going to make some crazy magic happen.
Making moves.
That's right. We're going to just basically post stories of Andy doing that.
Content.
Everything is content.
Everything is
Was that everybody? Oh, hey, what about me? I'm Dave. come over to Discord and hang out. We are doing some fun stuff over there. Actually, we just started a West Marches style Shadow Dark RPG campaign, which is sort of like a low commitment, episodic Shadow Dark RPG game. If you're not familiar with that game system, you should be. It's freaking awesome. And a bunch of people are getting involved with that. And so you should too. So come on over to Discord, check it out. We just did a third session 0 for a new batch of folks that were onboarding to play in that game last night. And I'm very excited about that. It's going to be super fun and deadly. Let's see what else. Hey, we're going to give away some stuff. And then after that, we're going to raid into one of our friends. We're going to figure out who that's going to be in just a second. But we are going to give away Old Town. This is a fantastic piece of content from our friends at CZ RPG Publishing. They've been awesome to support us for so long, like 3 years or something crazy like that. And you know what? We like to support them too. So if you have a chance to head out and check out their Drive-Thru RPG catalog or hit up their Patreon, we support their Patreon and we think that you might enjoy that too. Please take a look at it. We're going to go ahead and give some stuff away. So if you want to get in on this action, this Old Town content, ! drawing to get in on it. And Ashley, if you wouldn't mind giving us the customary 5-second countdown, please. 4, 3, muted, 1, and go. I did the voiceover. Hey, +10 broadsword. +10 broadsword. Are you here in the chat? Let's give them an @ +10 broadsword. Congrats. If you're here, you won. Let us know.
No. Hey.
Are they in the chat? There we go.
Yes,
wow.
they are.
Yeah,
Dude,
Andy, give them the air horn. Oh my God. We need to capture that. We need to capture that. Hey, congratulations. You really did. That was beautiful. Dude, that was amazing. Let's see here. We're going to raid. Who are we going to raid?
9 out of 10.
There's hardly anybody playing D&D tonight.
I'll take it.
Better than iced coffee.
Yeah.
Nobody's playing D&D.
What?
Is that even possible? Here we go. What's
what is
this?
happening right now?
Armageddon.
Dude, I don't know.
Could be.
All right, we are going to raid into Perception Studio. All I'm seeing is advertisements. I don't know why, but we're going to raid into them. How do we do that again? We do that over here. Choo. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's raid. Raid. There it is. God, it's only been 2 weeks and I forgot everything. I forgot how all of this works. +10 broadsword, I will get in touch with you to do the giveaway content. Thank you so much. We're going to hit the music because that's what we do. We're going to end this stream. You guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Bye-bye.